Welcome to Agba Konitonile Oòduà. I am Erelu Tuashe, the host of this program. Today is Saturday, the 11th of September, the year 2021. Let me first of all explain how this program works. The first thing to say is that this program is not for entertainment. It is for education. It is to enable understanding. It is not to facilitate conflict. With greatest humility, I want to emphasize that I do not tolerate curses or abuses for whatever reason that may be. I say that in particular because of those of you who are out there watching me. Of course, I welcome your comments. I will welcome your questions. Personally, I wasn't brought up to be in the company of curses, things like I do not believe in it. Because Oduduwa, our ancestor, never had anybody called Odale. So I don't believe in it. I don't subscribe to it. In fact, I always say, may the truth lead us aright. So if somebody says to me, Oduduwa, I will say, may the truth lead us aright. So I don't believe in curses. I do not believe in it. I'm a traditionalist. I don't. So having said that, I want us all to just sit down and be ready to learn from each other. I'm a great believer in ensuring whatever conflicts may be out there, which has got us all to the position we are in the either distant from the geographical area called Nigeria or in Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, solution is the way forward. And that's it. I hope this session will facilitate. So let me say thank you so much for joining me. To those of you who are in Brazil, I say bom dia. To the band, to all of you who are yet to join me, I look forward to receiving you. It's now time to introduce my guests. Although they are guests, permit me to also say they are expert witnesses. I say that because of my own professional background with expert witnesses. They have information which I'm not saying is the best we can find in the world, but today's session enables them to share their thoughts with us. And I'm looking forward to receiving with gratitude the information. If you just join us again, I am Erelu Tuashe. A very warm welcome to a program known as Agba Konitonile Oòduà. It simply means it's a prayer. May elders never cease to exist amongst us. As far as Yorubas are concerned, who are the elders? Three things determine who is an elder: your knowledge, your understanding, and your wisdom. For we are also told anyone who is called an elder who hasn't got those three items, I'm afraid doesn't qualify to be known as one. So, welcome. It is Saturday morning. I would like to introduce my guest to you. There are three of them. I think there's one more who I don't know if he has joined us, but let me introduce those that I have got. The first person I have is the presiding special guest of honor, and he's very well known. He's Dr. Obadiah Malafia, a Nigerian development economist, a statesman, a former deputy governor of Central Bank, a former official of African Development Bank Group, and also Chief of Staff, African, Caribbean, and Pacific Group of States. One thing I should add, I have never come across somebody so humble, having if you like, being in such position of importance in this world. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Malafia. Thank you for joining us today. Permit me to go straight on to also somebody I've known for years, when we used to have lots of conflicts in London, and that is Miss Alache Malia Ode, OBE, meaning she's done enough to be recognized by the Queen of England, to be honored. And let me explain, you don't pay for that in London, in United Kingdom, you have to earn it. He's a journalist, FRCN and Triumph newspaper, former press secretary, minister for works and housing, press secretary, minister for federal capital, of course, territory of Nigeria, press secretary, minister for special duties, training advisor, VSO, the year 2006, 1999 to 2006, and the specialty was Diaspora Volunteering Partnership Manager. Also special advisor for Minister National Planning and a traditional chief in Otukbo, our hometown. She's a guest speaker for today. Then let me go straight on to somebody that the whole world at the moment is talking about. That's the world of the Yoruba people of Oduduwa. Somebody that everybody is talking about. As far as we know, she is referred to as Mama Diaspora. Mama Diaspora. Mama Diaspora, she is, according to the information I have, Her Royal Highness Amina Temitope Ajayi. We have been told she is a Mieti or Mayati Allah ambassador, a US-based Nigerian business consultant, an accountant, a social entrepreneur, an ardent community activist, the founder and CEO of Nigerian American Agricultural Empowerment Program, focused on women and youth, an ambassador of goodwill for the state of Arkansas and Maryland, USA. And she was a delegate at the 2014 Ethnic Nationalities Conference. She's going to be our keynote guest speaker today. But before we make a start, let me say the topic for today is Nigeria, which way forward? Nigeria, which way forward in particular is with a focus, and that focus is Maeti Allah versus Nigeria, which way forward. I want us to be quite focused. I've received a lot of calls, a lot of list of questions that I can't wait to put to the lady. But just 5 minutes, let me invite her to answer some questions so that when the presiding guest of honor speaks, he would have some background information. And of course, when Alache does. So let me bring in, let me say, Her Royal Highness Temitope Ajayi. A very warm welcome to you. Are you with us? Hello, are you with us? Please unmute yourself. Any problems unmuting? Let's have a look. I'm sure she's with us. I saw her earlier on. Yes, she's here. Oh, I think you need to unmute yourself. Can you please unmute? Hello, are you with us? She's in an area. Let me see if I can unmute her. But as far as my system here goes, let's have a look. She's here. Let's see. It says I should ask you to unmute. Okay, please unmute yourself. Is it possible now? Hello? I can see her, she's on the screen. Unmute yourself, please press the button and unmute yourself. Problems with unmuting? She's trying. Let me see. We can't hear her still. Let me look in my system, see whether the challenge is here. But she's on the screen. Let me see. Right, okay. Let me try that. Please unmute. Can you do it now? Let's see. Can you try now? Are you there now? I can see you've done it.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear
Let's
me?
have a look. I think she had. Yes, she's on mute now. Hello. Ekaro Esorozoke. You are free to speak. I can see you are not muted whatsoever. Well, I think there is a problem because now she's frozen. Whilst we're waiting for her to join us, permit me to also welcome Frank Bello of Liberty Media Communications and my favorite friends and followers, warm welcome.
Hello?
Let me go back to Mama Diaspora again. Are you back with us? Maybe you want to log out and come back in. Exit and come back in. That may help. Please exit and come back in. She is on the screen. I can see her. Now, let's wait for a moment and see if we can resolve this. But she certainly is. I can see her here.
Can you hear me?
Are you with us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you increase, maybe increase the volume of your system?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
hello?
I can hear you now. Now, let me go straight to just 5 minutes of questions so that the other two guests will be able to get things in perspective, just direct questions. We have received news that you are Maeti Allah ambassador. True or false?
True. By the
True.
special
Okay.
grace, by the
Thank
special
you.
grace of Allah.
Thank you. Can I say, please, if you've got earphone or headpiece, sometimes it doesn't help. So, now, thank you for answering that question. So we have got with us somebody who is, she's gone and she'll come back so that we can hear her well. So we've established that, yes, it is true. She's Maeti Allah ambassador. I think she will log back in a moment and we can go straight to inviting the presiding special guest of honor, Dr. Malafia, to please share his thoughts, especially extensive knowledge about Nigeria and Maeti Allah. For me, I've lived abroad for just too long, and I can't say I know anything other than serious allegations, serious allegations. We are waiting for Mama Diaspora to log back in. She's not in a country where things are very easy. Oh, welcome back. She's back with us. So let me ask just 2 more questions, and I shall invite our presiding special guest of honor, Dr. Malafia, to please kindly share his thoughts about Nigeria way forward and Maeti Allah. Please, when somebody comes on and knows the better pronunciation than myself. Right, okay, are you back with us now? Mama Diaspora.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. So you have confirmed that it is true, you know, it's not fake news. You are Maeti Allah ambassador. Please, in just a couple of minutes, what exactly is the role of a Maeti Allah ambassador? I know you are ambassador of goodwill in the United States already. So what is the plan for your role as Maeti Allah ambassador?
Number one, before we start, before I open my mouth,
Okay.
may the souls of my family that has passed in this conflict rest in perfect peace.
Amen. And may I also say thank you for doing that. May I include with that
And
the most
again,
go ahead.
I want to appeal the whole world, àwọn abiyamọ ayé àti abiyamọ òde ọ̀run. Ọlọ́run alààyè ló rán mi. It's not human. It's not human. If it is human, I won't take it. So òde ọ̀run láti rán mi.
Okay. Can I say that because I want you to come in the right? I just want quick questions. So, what exactly will be your role as Miyetti Allah ambassador?
My role that the Almighty Allah sent me: peace, unity, prosperity, and the economic development of this whole serious problem that has been eating and killing some of us. My role
thank you.
is
go ahead.
To
thank you. Let me stop you there. Final question, short, sharp. Did you, in Nigeria, they always pay to become ambassador. Did you pay for this, or have you been paid?
Who will pay for this kind of position? Yami, Bibi. When you go ye or Saho ye, but I am Esther. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. But Esther didn't perish. I'm another prophet. I'm not a normal human being. I'm an angel. And I sent a video to my immediate family. One of them sent it out. Me dance. Miyetti Allah means I thank God.
So sorry, I missed that. What does Miyetti Allah mean?
I thank God.
I thank God. Let me stop you there. I think you've answered the most important question for the presiding special guest of honor of today to take it from here. Very warm welcome to you, Dr. Malafia. The topic, Nigeria, which way forward vis-a-vis Miyetti Allah. Over to you. I don't know much about the organization. Over to you now.
Thank you very much, Erelu Tumwase. And I congratulate you. Can you all hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All this together. I've listened carefully to Her Royal Highness Temitope Aminat, who has accepted that she is the goodwill ambassador for Miyetti Allah. And she is right. I understand a bit of Fulfulde myself, and I can reveal that when I was a kid, I didn't like school very much. I preferred to go with my Fulani friends to tend cattle. Then, when school is resuming, I will now go and pretend to my parents that I just came back from school. But I preferred the cattle, and it was fantastic life. You know, you could just, if you're thirsty, you just go down the udder of a cow and you drink your fill of milk. What more could a boy ask for? So what I'm trying to say is that Your Royal Highness, I'm not coming as somebody who is opposed to Fulani. That is not at all my perspective. Except that the Fulani of today are not the Fulani of my childhood. Totally different. The Fulani of today have become a terrorist organization with global links, committed to forcible takeover of people's land, to the use of aggression, look, Miyetti Allah has confessed not once, not twice, that their people were involved in killings and atrocities in Plateau State, in Benue State, in Southern Kaduna, in many different places. They have never denied that. The sad part is that it looks to me as if our government has continued to play with kid gloves with regards to Miyetti Allah. They've continued to offer them protection and appeasement. Huriwa, Association of Nigerian Human Rights, excuse me, writers, has recommended very strongly that Miyetti Allah should be declared a terrorist organization. You will recall that our federal government gave them about 100 billion naira. For whatever reasons, we don't know. That is the highest amount ever coughed out from the national treasury to give a private organization, an NGO for that matter. Incredible. At government expense, a national FM radio station has been opened for them. And for me, accepting to be goodwill ambassador for Miyetti Allah is accepting to be a goodwill ambassador during World War II for Adolf Hitler in America. We live in a free world. We live in a free world. Anybody can decide that they will join any organization. It's your choice. You can join any organization. We live in a democratic world. But we have to be careful. The antecedents of this organization, since it was founded around 1979 or so, has been committed to war and conflict with other Nigerians. It seems to me as if our government is more answerable to Miyetti Allah than to anybody else. And what people also don't know is that it is rumored that hundreds of millions of dollars have been set aside to lobby various groups in America, all over the world, in the top Ivy League institutions, in the UN, so that whatever atrocities the Miyetti Allah commits, they will never be answerable for it. Does it surprise you, therefore, that with almost 1 million people killed in Nigeria over the last 10 years, when I say almost 1 million people, it's based on UN figures themselves plus others. UNICEF recently reported that 345,000 children have died in the Northeast alone, children. And 2 weeks ago, Babagana Zulum, governor of Borno State, revealed that over 500,000 Borno citizens have disappeared, quote unquote, disappeared. That is, they cannot be traced by their families and they are therefore presumed dead or killed. If in the Northeast alone, we have this kind of astonishing order of magnitude of casualties, what about the Northeast, Northwest? What about Central? What about the rest of the country? And yet, the UN is silent. All the top people of conscience in the world have kept quiet. So what we have today is a crisis of morality and ethics. Of course, we live in an amoral age in which anything goes. It's the age of social media in which truth is neither here nor there. Truth is what you package and you accept to be true. What is right, what is wrong is sort of blurred up. Some of us were not brought up in such a world. We were brought up to believe that life is sacred and that morality matters, and that ethics is what defines us as human beings from the animal kingdom. Excuse me. So this is the situation we are in. And going forward, I think our sister needs to re-examine herself again, because unwittingly, she's carrying a lot of blood in her shoulders. The blood of innocent people. The blood of children and orphans. I was told just yesterday of a woman who was kidnapped in southern Kaduna, my home state. Unfortunately, she was pregnant when she was kidnapped. And her kidnappers, abductors, allowed her to give birth to her baby. As it turns out, she gave birth to twins. The horror of it was that these abductors had bloodhounds. Immediately the twins came out, they took the twins and threw them to their dogs, and the dogs started eating the twins. The woman went insane immediately. She has never recovered. Therefore, my sister, Temitope, I appeal to you in the name of humanity. You're obviously Yoruba, a well-brought up Yoruba royal princess. I'm a great admirer of Yoruba culture and civilization. The concept of Muluabi is the quintessence of culture. in Yoruba society. Tolerance, respect, values. Unwittingly, you have joined people who are strangers to both God and humanity. Believe you me, even as a Yoruba Muslim, you know the Quran more than most of these Fulanis. Don't be deceived by them. Most of them are not even real Muslims. They mix it with all kinds of syncretism and the rest of it. They don't believe in humanity. They don't believe in God. The sacred cow, the calf, the cult of the golden calf is what they worship. The cow is more important to them than any human being. So, dear sister, do not be deceived. Some of us are not alarmists. We are not troublemakers. We are not talking like that because we are looking for something. Not at all. We are talking in the name of humanity. We are talking in the name of moral conscience. If Nigeria is to move forward, organizations like Miyetti Allah must be consigned to the dustbin of history where they belong, together with the Adolf Hitlers of this world, the Idi Amins of this world, the Bokassas of this world, and all the other bestial, animalistic tyrants and bloodsuckers that history has shown us. If I sound very bleak, it is deliberately so that you will understand the full impact of what you are doing. It is nothing to be proud of. Thank you so very much. Unfortunately, I have a program not too long ago from now. So thank you for indulging me, and thank you for your kind thoughts.
Thank you very much. I think it will be, before you leave, let me give the keynote guest speaker just 5 or so minutes to respond to what you have said. If you need more, it's okay, but I really want to be able to get Alache to come in. But since Dr. Malafa is due to leave, let me bring in Mama Diaspora. If you just join us, a very warm welcome. Over to you, Mama Diaspora. Would you like to respond?
You see, I like the concept of this book. I listened to the elderly man that just said, he's an elderly man. What has he done for the situation? I see the way he sees it. I'm a mother. What has he done? Everybody is talking. I don't even live in Nigeria. I live in America. It's COVID that made me be in this country as of today. I came before the COVID. But ever since I've been in Nigeria, God told me to help the NSAS children. I empowered 600 of them. I gave them money to empower them and women. Again, God told me again, go and help the DH. He is an elderly man. I weep because he's a father. As a father, what has he done? Why can't he take it upon himself like me? Abiyamo lemi, èmi mo bí bìyà, èmi mo bí ẹni tó tọ́pọ̀ ọmọ mi ní àwọn òde jẹ. Àwọn tó ti lọ, èmi mo bí wọn, abiyamo ni mí. Òdi ọ̀run ló ti rán mi. Tí Ọlọ́run bá dẹ̀ sọ pé kó lọ ṣe nǹkan, ohun Ọlọ́run lè ní gbọ́. Olúwa ló rán mi, kò ń ṣẹ̀dá. Kò sẹ́ tó fún mi ní kọ́bọ̀. Olúwa fún mi ní kíní yìí. For the past 7 years, the solution. Nigeria, we like to talk. What is the solution? Honestly, if I have to tell you, I wasn't impressed by the elderly man that just left. I wish he had waited because when you have children, when children start destroying things, something is right. Tí ọmọ bá ti ń bà kọjá, ọmọ bá ti ń para wọn, ká ìyàwó ló máa wà láyé tá ọmọ ẹ̀ máa para ẹ̀. Ṣé ó máa sùn àbíamọ ni mí? Wọ́n jí mi lójú oorun.
Mama Diaspora, in fairness to Dr. Malafia, he understands some Yoruba, but so that you can respond to him. Let me put some things to you. He says that evidence shows that Miyetti Allah has been involved in killings of many, many people. He says that it's an organization that, I've been a conservative party member now for 36 years, and I remember the days of IRA. So I want you to be able to respond to him in a way that he can understand. He believes, should you be involved with an organization? By the way, can I ask you a question? Did you join the organization or you are not a member? Okay, I need us to explain that so that people know you are not a member, but you've been given this ambassadorial position. Over to you. Please on me. Yes.
I'm sorry I said it in English, and I'm in Yoruba. I'm not saying it in
Yes.
English.
Okay.
The elder that just left, I wish when he was talking, he's a father like me. I'm all gray. I'm not young. I'm closer to 70. And I'm sure he's in the senior. As of today, he is in Nigeria. He's well read. I can see the lawyer. I can see some books behind. What I see as an individual has done to the situation. People like to complain, talk. You see, our children are complaining. What are the adults doing? A Yoruba woman that God has brought. Hello, but who will take this kind of position? I don't think I'm even a human being. I think I'm a spirit. Because if the human in me wakes up, I will run away. The killing, it breaks my heart. They are my children. That's what I want to tell the whole world. I'm the mother of the people that are dead. I'm crying to the Almighty God every day. Help me. The soul of the dead. I tell you, Mama, please, do something so that they won't kill more. That is the concept. I'm not a politician. I'm not into politics. I'm sent by the Almighty Allah. What is the solution? I thought he was going to talk today about the solution. What he said is like speaking to the choir. I know everything. What has he done? Let history remember him today. I'm challenging him as a father with grace, he said. And I can see he's a learned fellow. I can see lots of books behind him. He has read. Yes, Hitler. History was Hitler. After Hitler, there was peace. That is the only thing I want to bring out from him.
Mama Diaspora, so that you can respond to him properly. What is the way forward now between Nigeria and Miyetti Allah? Because, please, what is the way forward?
Yes, God bless him. They now decided to appoint me as their mama. Forget about the English word ambassador. And if a mother said it's over, it's over. I told them the way forward. Ever since 2014, when we were called to amend the constitution, it's unfortunate the President Buhari didn't touch that constitution. I was one of those people that fought for the Diaspora Commission. Thank God that prayer was answered. And the only thing I did at that conference was ranching. That was when this problem started 7 years ago. That time it was cattle rescue. They were stealing their cattle. Now, Up till today, nothing has been done. Talk. I live in America, where everything is organized. They will sue the city if your cat, your dog eats my flower. Not to talk of your cow eat my flower. It's wrong. We've all sinned and come short the glory of God. We're all begging God for forgiveness. After Hitler, there was peace in that country. So everything is a tide now. The solution is number one, ranch.
Ranch.
I have the blueprint. I'm still waiting for President Buhari to call me and say, this woman, even if they say, Rob, let me see. The Mieti Allah saw it. That was why they said, Mama, please, we are going with you. You seem to have a solution to our problem. Now, it's 4 solutions. They take them back to the ranch because you can't forcibly take somebody's father's land. No, it's not done. It's not done. If you want a land, you buy. Go back, like they say in the Bible, back to your tent, O Israel. You are going back to the north. If Libya, Morocco, Dubai, Saudi Arabia can turn a desert land into prosperity. I'm an information technology. We call it nanotechnology, agri-tech. All those dry land will be turned into grassland. That's ranching. And abattoir, and artificial insemination. If Holland, if India can make their GDP from milk, dairy, why can't we make our own money from dairy?
Mama Diaspora, please, I beg of you, let me stop you there. If you've just joined me, a very warm welcome. Just a synopsis of what's happened before you arrive. Yes, we have with us Her Royal Highness Queen Mother Aminat Temitope Ajayi, and she has confirmed herself that she is Mieti Allah Ambassador. I asked her, did she pay for the position of ambassador, which they do in Nigeria, or did they pay her? She said no. Let me go straight back to Dr. Malafia. You have been asked a question. You are in Nigeria, doctor. This lady has come all the way from US to find solution. Over to you. Do you have any response to this, to the killings? We all have agreed Mieti Allah, no doubt, has been responsible for killings. Lots of people killed. What's the solution? We can keep talking, they are killing. For me, and I've got a question here. Now, there's a question here, which is, I will read straight away. It says, now that Mama Diaspora has been given this position, will the killings stop immediately? Will the kidnapping stop immediately? Will those bandits who are in Igaga move themselves out of the jungles? Those who are actually in Hausa territory, will they move themselves out? I'll come back for questions to that. Let me go straight on to Dr. Malafia. Okay, Dr. Malafia, complain. So, please help us. You've been in Nigeria. What's happened so far?
Well, I find Her Majesty a very interesting person, in which her idea of morality is very convoluted. She refers to me many times as an elderly man. Everybody's going to get old. I'm not afraid to get old, but I'm not anywhere near her age anyway. But she has to be very responsible in the way she behaves. And I was once also in the diaspora. I came back only about 5 years ago. In fact, I have lived more abroad than in Nigeria. So exactly like you, I was a member of the diaspora. You know, I left this country almost in my teens. You know, so yeah, I'm also a diaspora person in that sense. She says, talk, talk, talk. Those who know me know that I have gone into politics. I came third or fourth in the elections, depending on how you calculate them. You know, politics in this country is a very, very difficult game. I gave it my shots. I have a clear vision of what this country should be. I'm a columnist for 5 national newspapers: Tribune, Vanguard, Punch, Business Day, you know, and I have written my views. And she says, talk, talk. Look, democracy, according to Michael Oakeshott, a great LSE political philosopher, he said it is part of the great conversation of mankind. It is better to jaw than to war. So if we are today talking, it is because we believe in nonviolence and we believe in conversation rather than war and killing. So you cannot dismiss people who are involved in talking. Talking is part of the great conversation of democracy. So I have no regrets about that. Those who know me have known the high stakes game I played in exposing evil in our country. Even as I'm speaking to you, I still cannot go back to my own home. I've been living virtually underground. So I know how much price I've paid. And
Thank you.
I'm afraid, one more point.
Okay.
You can go on and on, Your Majesty. You can go on playing those games. You are Mama this, you are the Queen this, you are the Queen that. Be very careful, lest the blood of so many people be demanded of you. With this evil, very evil game you are trying to play by rationalizing killers and murderers. You can deceive a lot of people. Some of us, you can't deceive us. When you open your mouth, the very first statement, I can analyze the syntax, the context of everything this thing is about. A lot of it doesn't make sense, and you are not making sense whatsoever. So carry on as you wish. Support your Miyetti Allah, play the goodwill ambassador you are doing, but you are selling a very bad and dangerous product. You are selling neo-Nazi, you are selling evil, you are selling genocide, you are selling atrocities. That is what you are doing. Don't be deceived by being called Mama this, Mama that. Nobody, a killer, will come and call me Daddy this, Daddy that, and I will listen to him. God forbid. I rest my case.
Thank you very much indeed.
Please, with all due respect, please, with all due respect, he is representing, I keep saying, he is a father. I'm a woman. I don't live in Nigeria. I came all the way from America. King of Bed was done. What has he done? I can back up and let him do it. They're not giving me anything. I'm just a messenger. I really want I want to challenge him in front of the whole world. What is his own solution? Let him continue. Let history remember him for today. I won't disrespect him because he's an elderly person. But Alan Tani, Abiamonini,
Mama Diaspora, let me at this junction, just looking at you, it reminds me, because I've been in British politics now for 36 years, it reminds me of Terry Waite. Terry Waite was somebody who was just an ordinary person who went in to negotiate. Many people will remember him, perhaps. Let me, please, if you are not muted, can you mute yourself? If you appear on my screen, you are not muted. Please mute yourself. There's a lady on my screen. I don't want to have to either mute or remove the person concerned. Please mute yourself, because if you are not muted, I'll see you on my screen. Please mute yourself. Now, can I say that at this junction, this program is a solution-driven program. It's a program, please excuse me, I can see a lady here that I need to remove because she is not muted. Please check yourself if you are not muted, and I can see the lady with the man behind her. Please mute yourself. Ifeanyi Ezenwa is the name I can see on my screen. Please, thank you. Okay. Right, let me go on by saying,
it's showing only myself.
Excuse me, I can, Madam Ezenwa, you are, please be heard. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Once you mute yourself, you will not be on my screen. Please, thank you. Let me go on. As I said, Terry Waite, I remember Terry Waite. I remember Terry Waite very well. And Terry Waite went in. So at this junction, I want us to end this program with clarity. As we have a Maeti Allah ambassador, that's who we've got. She is making herself very clear, saying she is stepping in. She's a US-based Nigerian. She is stepping in to find solution. Permit me to, just in case Dr. Malafia leaves us before the end of the program, thank you so much for responding at a very short notice. I'm very grateful for your contribution, but please stay on for as long as you can. I want to bring in Alache. Alache, the topic for today, thank you so much. Again, responding to my request at a very short notice. The topic for today, Miyetti Allah versus Nigeria. What is the way forward for Nigeria given Miyetti Allah? In fact, I've just received another information. Erelu Miyetti Allah is the head of state of Nigeria. What that means, I can't interpret. Over to Mama Diaspora. Let me bring in the other expert witness based on experience. Alache, Miss Alache Ode, please, over to you. Miyetti Allah, who are they?
Thank you very much, Erelu. I'm always accepting your invitation because the topics you always select are things that mean a lot to the generality of Nigerians. His Royal, Her Royal Highness, I think Hajia Aminat Temitope Ajayi, congratulations on your new role. I do understand, and I hope that you also understand that Miyetti Allah, as also known as Makban, that is Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, that have been operational since the 70s, are in their own objective concerned with the welfare of Fulani herdsmen. So not all Fulanis, Fulani herdsmen. So your ambassadorialship is for Miyetti Allah and Fulani herdsmen, not Fulanis. The reason I say this is that there are faceless Fulani jihadist groups that have denied that Miyetti Allah is responsible for the whole of the Fulani people. There are Fulani academics, there are Fulani settlers, but we are talking of the herdsmen, those who are involved in transhumance, moving around, the pastoralists. So that is the people you're responsible for. My own concern is, this thing is, yes, we continue to talk. Talking is voice. It's called voice in the democratic ethics values. People must be given a voice to talk. And it is that voice that will be collated together. It is that voice and the expression that will be put together for anybody who is geared towards solutions. So unfortunately, I am somebody who is rooted in reality and practice, not in religion. Yes, God brought us all. The same time, with all of us together, we cause problems. So sometimes when we have been praying in Nigeria for God, 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 and we continue to do the wrong things. So I want us now to begin to face practical realities. I want to articulate some concerns for you as an ambassador. And maybe if you can look or jot down those concerns and tell me your strategy of assuaging those concerns that I have and what you seek to do from your position as an ambassador for herdsmen based in the US, occasionally or always traveling to Nigeria. So you must look at your context. That's number one. Number two, I also want you not to wave away Dr. Melafia's warning, because we have seen in the Middle Belt, where I come from, in Nasarawa State and in Kogi State, where the leadership of Miyetti Allah, I will call one chairman in Nasarawa State, Mohammed Hussein, in Kogi, Wakili Damina, and another leader, Saidu Kolaku of Toto local government. They were all Miyetti Allah proponents, and they were killed by supposed gunmen. So as a leader of this group, you are in between Nigerians who have concerns, as well as the fractional groups that are also within Miyetti Allah itself. So when Dr. Obadiah tells you to be careful, he knows what he's talking about, because he has done so much for the Middle Belt that he is always in hiding. He doesn't go to his house. That is where the thing is. You said that this issue of cattle rustling started 7 years ago. No, we that have lived in the North, it started since we were children. Cattle rustling has been there. But what my concerns are now that I want to articulate to you, cattle rustling has been there since we were small. The only thing is the magnitude is not like this. What is the story behind the Tiv people in Benue State and the relationship with Fulanis, that they call each other Munchi and so on? It is a historical thing that goes over 100 years ago. So we are living the agenda. One, my concern with you is, how do you want to deal with diminishing land mass that has been causing conflict between herdsmen and farmers, desertification, climate change, and obsolete land use acts. How would you address that? Because the land is with the federal state government, and then the policies are with the federal government. The second thing, what will be your approach in dealing with the tension between open grazing and ranching that has been causing problems between the federal and the state governments? Number 3, or whatever, how would you dissuade me, Alache, and all Christians and non-Christians alike, that there is no Islamization agenda by Miyetti Allah? Dissuade, tell us in concrete terms that we should not be afraid. How would you discuss and mediate between us and Miyetti Allah in terms of the way forward around this banditry and kidnapping that is associated with herdsmen that you are an ambassador for? How would you be able to convince both cattle pastoralists and farmers that the conflict will increase poverty in Nigeria? It will increase hunger. It will increase unemployment when people cannot go to the farms and people hunger will be a terrible thing like Ethiopia for us. How would you deal with the general insecurity, the fear, restriction of our lives, economic activities, cultural activities, because of these, in quote, allegations against Fulani herdsmen? Sorry, I'm going on. Also, all of these things I have said they underpin one very, very critical issue. How would you do with the massacre and displacement of millions of Nigerians who have been victims of these allegations against the Fulani herdsmen? What would you do about it? Then on the Miyetti Allah side, how would you solve the solution for them in terms of their perceived fear of cattle, their allegations of cattle rustling and so on? Because that is their livelihood as well, just like the farmers. So how do you deal with that problem for them? Are you going to go out to catch the rustlers? What is the solution? Then, sorry, 2 more quick things, please. I am very concerned about this. How will you deal with the inability of Miyetti Allah itself to control?
We've got a frozen screen there.
Within its own this thing. There are people who do not agree with their roles and responsibilities within the victims, women and children. What would you do? Are you going to go into research and documentation of the impact of this and the response of communities on Nigeria's fragile democracy and the question of whether or not we should continue as one country or divide? Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Ms. Alache Ode Obi. Let me give Mama Diaspora about 10 minutes to respond to some of those, whilst I would like to say to those of you who are in the Zoom area in particular, please get ready with your focused comments or questions. Please, I don't have time for cursing on my program. It doesn't go with me. I would like people to be as polite as possible whilst expressing painful thoughts. And those of you who are out there, I'm looking forward to receiving information at the right time. So 10 minutes for you. A lot of questions. I want also for you to be able to utilize this time, Mama Diaspora, to be able to perhaps let my viewers and those in the Zoom area understand why you are ambassador of Miyetti Allah. Alache has gone through a lot of issues. It's almost like writing a job description for you. She talks about the most important today. My colleagues in parliament, and I get copies. At the end of the day, Christians allegedly are being murdered. Allegations by Fulani herdsmen. Allegation. Now, in terms of insecurity, nobody can move up and down. Let me just leave it on those, and over to you. 10 minutes for you to respond. I won't say one word for the next 10 minutes.
You see the difference between a woman and a man. Car is deep. Mrs. Alachi, I salute you and respect. I salute Mother Earth. A woman, we always talk about solution. I bow my head for you. Yes. You see, when I wrote down everything, some of them, I'm just an ordinary woman. I'm a nobody. But with time, when God is on our side, He will direct our footsteps. The number one question you ask me, land asked, I can't do it. Even up to now, the president has not even recognized my position. It's just this innocent cattle rearer that said, Mama, be our Mama. Please don't let everybody get this thing all mixed up. They just lump me. I'm Mama Diaspora. Nah, Mama Miyetti. Please, I want the whole world to pray for me. A woman has said it all. I love you, my darling sister, and I will answer everything for you. Number one, I can't do it all. He's president that can do the land act. Who am I? A nobody. Number two, approaching, dealing with the tension. That is where me and you come from. We are mothers. We give back to everybody, that even the people that they've killed. Christian, Muslim, they are my children, they are our children. By the special grace of God, the tension with the East is a tie. Number three, Islamization of Nigeria. Please, so everybody knows me, I don't do religion. I don't do Christian, I don't talk about Christian, I don't talk about Muslim or traditional. We are all one, children of God. I'm not into politics. I'm not into religion. I'm not into all this. I'm into solution. It's my children that are hurt. Number four, way forward from kidnapping. Perfect. Something ain't right. Why are these children bitter? Let's go back. We said the solution. There must be a dialogue with the president, myself, Yami, you have to fly down to Nigeria. And Mrs. Auntie that just Alache. I think it's women you have to take over now. It's women. Why did God bring me all the way from America to Nigeria? That's the solution is a round table between the Indigo, the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Fulani, and the president is our papa. We need to do something fast before Number one, how can you convince both the cattle rearer increase the head? You know, they say an idle hand is a devil's work. These kids, they grew up to be beat. Somebody told me one day, only body lay Fulani. Let's all think, take a deep breath. Where is their hope? They are all over the place. Kai, I got to know them. I cry every day. I know nobody is going to kill me. What have I done? I'm already a sacrificial lamb for Nigeria. History will never forget me. I don't know how many days I still have on the face of the earth. As long as I'm still breathing, I will fight for the unity, prosperity, and economic development of this nation. That is my take. We have to, women, we have to come together. All the young adults that I know, they've been abusing me. One day, there are almost 20 of them. But after I explained to them, they say, Mama, we want to join you. Number two, what is the provision for this solution? What is the provision? They are doing cattle grazing. You see, there's a difference between grazing and cattle ranching. I think they're mixing it up. Grazing is oko, where they can eat. Yes, my conclusion is north, east, south, and west. The northern states, let them keep the ranch. The eastern states and the western states, let them grow the cattle feed. Okoye, papaye. Then they sell it to the northern states. If they're in their ranch, there's no need for them to go out of the ranch. It's simple logic. I live in Silicon Valley. As a matter of fact, I'm the chairman of Silicon Valley Nigeria Economic Development. I'm like a dog. Now, God told me, I gave you the key of that door. You live in an organized nation. In Silicon Valley, we have almost 5 ranches. I tell you, a ranch that has almost 20,000 cows. That is what we want to duplicate here. And if we want to duplicate it, with all due respect, we have to learn from the master. How did people do it that they become successful? Rome was not built in a day. We fall, we get up. We all fall. We all come short the glory of God. We all sinners in the presence of the Almighty God. I lie down on the floor every day to beg God, say, please forgive me. Some of my children are killing each other. Forgive me. Look upon my affliction and bless my children. And the Almighty God told me, he said, once you are righteous, a righteous woman shall never be forsaken, nor his or her seed begging bread. I became righteous. There's nothing I'm getting from this. I'm already famous. And one day, God told me, fame and fortune, illusion, aston, glory, aston. What is the solution? The solution we want to be remembered for. You understand? Let me answer all these questions.
Okay.
Now, how will we the economic activity? I like it, economic activities. Okay. The economic activities is what we are about to do now. Create money from this serious situation. For any problem, there's a solution. And the solution, God has given it to me. I'm still waiting for the president or the people in charge. But for me now, I'm going to be begging everybody, please, oh, please, oh. The solution I had, it may be, I don't know too much book, but I know all my children all over the world, they know book. They will support me. Number 3, the main problem is this. I really want everybody to know. The cattle rearer, they sell their cattle. It's like selling yam. You come to my store, you buy yam. How you take your yam to your house is your problem. You can use your car, you can use trailer, wheelbarrow, or you can carry it on your head. Lagos State kills 6,000 cows every day. How do they transport it to Lagos? They buy it from them. Now, the solution is that no more taking it by road, so that they won't eat somebody's farm. The people that are buying this cow from the north are the ones that we should appeal. I know they want to maximize their profit. How do they get it? You buy 6,000 cows. How do you get it to Lagos? Now they decide to use the tax because it's cheaper. Can you bear your law? Now, the solution is, thank God, the rain is very nice now. We can go and, I hope the Minister for Transportation, Honorable Amechi, is hearing this. They should buy Okodogo, the old one, that can transport cows from north to Lagos, to any destination they are taking it to. No more on the road. Because now, let's take a deep breath. The small children carrying the cow, what do they eat from Kano to Lagos? Snakes kill them. Animals kill them. Do they even know what is mosquito? What do they even drink? How much more Malu? Malu doesn't know that this is my father's land. Malu will just keep anything. And those kids can't even control the Malu. Let me tell you something. One day, everybody that has lost something, by the special grace of the Almighty God, will be compensated by the Almighty God. If human being doesn't compensate them, my Father who has sent me from heaven will compensate them. That is the solution. That is why we say we are going to have an abattoir. You buy, we help you kill, then we transport it for you. No more. You understand? What is the solution for the people selling it? What is the alternative? If we want to stop something, there must be a ready alternative. That is why I volunteered. I said my company, Silicon Valley. That is why I said, okay, I'm taking, I've been on this thing for the past 7 years with American government. So this thing I'm talking is facts and figures. It's not just talk. I've done lots of research. As a mother, I'm an accountant. What is my business? I've never seen a cow before. On my economy, I grew up in Yaba, in Lagos. Cow. But ever since I drank the cow milk, my life has changed. And I'm telling the whole world, cow business is good business.
Okay. Mama Diaspora, let me interrupt there so that people can understand. Mama Diaspora, what you are preferring solution. Those of you who saw my flyer, I did say in the flyer that human beings who worry, just worry. Those people, they see problems. Those who are concerned, you are saying you are concerned. You're not denying that this organization, the people concerned, they've been killing, they've been doing this. You acknowledge that's the case, but you are saying that there are matters you may be able to facilitate. You also said even the head of state, the Buhari, hasn't seen you. It doesn't say you are representative on as far as Mighty Allah is concerned, but you're also off profiling. You advanced one important information. You said in a day, 6,000 cows they eat in Lagos. 6,000 cows. At the moment, what you are saying is that the cows, the transportation even occurs by trekking. And those involved, they are killed and so on. You're saying the Minister for Transport, there's something there for him to take care of. But you are saying very clearly, ranching is the solution. You are saying the North should keep their cows in the North. Those who want to eat 6,000 cows a day, there should be abattoir somewhere. They kill them there and they carry them from the abattoir, not alive, already dead, carry them to Lagos. They don't need to be in Lagos alive. You're also saying very, very clearly that you live in a part of the world where what you are preferring as solution already exists. We don't see cows being transported from one state of America to another state. You are also clearly saying, as far as you are concerned, you don't have the solution to every problem. Oh, no. But you are a volunteer touched by what is going on, and you are wanting to work with those who want to work with you for a solution. I've got two hands up, Mama Diaspora, I've got two hands up. So please let me bring in those two people. I beg of you, no cursing, no rudeness, I beg of you. Now, please, let me say, I also want you to be quite focused. Let's go straight into asking this Mazi HTM Okoye. Oh, I think you are not the first. Dr. A was the first to put his hand up. Dr. A, over to you. Dr. A, please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Erelu.
Pleasure.
I have a few questions for Mama Diaspora, the ambassador for Fulani herders. The first question is, are you going to act in favor or advocate giving indigenous people's lands in southern Nigeria to Miyetti Allah Fulani Elder Militia, despite the ranking of the Fulani Elders by the Global Terrorism Index as the 4th deadliest terrorist group in the world? That is number one. When you mention that all those who have been killed are your children, do you mean that they are your biological children or biological family relatives? Number three, do you condemn the killings and systematic genocide of indigenous southern nationalities by Fulani herdsmen all over the country, and particularly in the south? As any of your blood relatives...
May I stop you there? You've got already 3 questions. Just 1 more minute for you to kindly round up.
Okay, I will round up very shortly.
Thank you.
Has any of your blood relatives been victims of these attacks? Number 5, while you say cows should stay and be ranched in the north, would you also... Sorry.
Are you through, Dr. A? Dr. A, are you through? I seem to have lost Dr. A for a moment. I'm so sorry about that. Let me wait for just for 60 seconds. Dr. A, are you back? Are you through? Okay. It looks as if he's concluded. Let me go straight to Mazi HTM Okoye.
Thank you, and good morning, Mrs. Tonwase. I don't know if I pronounced it very well, but good morning. I think with this kind of conversations and discussions that we're having, we tend to sometimes jump straight into I know it's solutions, but there is, I believe, some kind of lingering and preliminary questions that we need to answer and understand that before we jump into the sort of peripheral solutions that we are looking for. One of those questions is, do we agree that Fulanese are a part of Nigeria? Are they part of an ethnic group of Nigeria? If we answer that question in the affirmative, then we move on to the next question. What is the social, condition of these people we call Fulani? Because I believe that the main problem that we're having with regards to these issues got to do with sociological. We tend to say it always from the economical sort of viewpoint, but we hardly look at the sociological point of view of this problem, because I believe that's where the crux of the problem is coming up. Because as far as the statistics goes, 83% of this group, Fulani people, are pastoralists. 83% of this population are pastoralists. Now, Nigeria has only limited land for all the ethnic groups in Nigeria. And these people from way, I don't know how many, decades or centuries, have always lived this way, just herding animal from one vicinity to another. Now, there is an upshot or escalation in population of Nigeria. Coupled with that, the climate change issue, coupled with that with other concomitant, environmental issues and sociological issues, people has now found themselves in a way backed in a corner as to sociological way of life, the way they've lived all their lives in Nigeria, being herded cattle from one place to another. That sociological way of living has become outdated without them knowing it. Now the problem becomes that they are found themselves in this sort of, in a cage, so to say, whereby they cannot move from here to there, and they are finding it difficult to live the way they have lived. Now, you have this organization called Miyetti Allah, which comes in to say, okay, we are going to start representing these people. We're going to start representing this way of life. And we're going to, by hook or by crook, force it on Nigerians, on other ethnic groups, which to me is the wrong way they have been going about it. I was listening to the press conference given by Mr. Al-Hassan the other day, where he was dictating to the state governors in the South, calling them Satan, calling them all manner of names with regards to, enacting the anti-grazing laws. To my mind, the way they are going about it is the wrong way to go about it. So I'm trying to advise Mrs. Tommy Tope here with regards to, how to, look at the kind of message this group made, if they're really looking for solution, their body language, because you cannot blame Nigerians for your way of life. You cannot blame Nigerians or other ethnic groups in Nigeria as if they are the cause of your problem.
Thank you, Mazi.
How you have lived
Thank you,
over the
Mazi.
years. So they have to,
Thank you
in a
very
way,
much indeed.
call for peace, call for dialogue.
Mazi, thank you.
All right.
Hello, thank you very much indeed. I need to stop you there.
It's okay, thank you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me say, quite often when we have sessions like this, background information are very useful, but what I'm used to even in court is, maybe it's a Nigerian factor. The point and the further and better particulars take another 2 minutes. Please, I beg of you. Thank you, Mazi. Very useful, and I shall take note. You're not going to be asked yet, Mama Diaspora. Let me bring in the other guests of mine in the Zoom area. I've got Jemima Danjuma. This will be followed by Enwa Burke and Paul White. So over to you, Jemima. Hello.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I think, Jemima,
Yeah,
you
can
may
you
need
hear
to
me?
take out your ear thing. It won't work. It doesn't work. Please speak straight to the speaker.
All right then.
Hello,
Okay, then.
Jemima.
Can you hear me
Please
now?
take out the
Can you
earpiece.
can you hear me?
Still can't hear you.
Can you hear me? I have taken the ear.
Still can't hear you.
Yeah, okay then.
Wow.
Oh, you still sorry.
Jemima,
Somebody,
Jemima, we still can't hear you.
Can you
Am I the only one not hearing her?
No, can you
Hello?
unmute me from your side because
I can hear her.
Excellent.
I
can hear her as
I
well.
can hear Jemima.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
think it's
please
from the side
mute?
that-
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, then.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Jemima,
right.
over to you.
All right then. Thank you very much. What will I going to say? Hajia, Your Highness, I will say Aku Sambo. I think you might notice. Okay then. What you see, there is some information. All the speaker, thank you, Alachi has got the information right. She has spoke rightly, but there is a brief history of Northern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria is the area that suffers so much with violence, religious crime, and so many things. From the 80s, I grew up there. I was brought up there. I lived with Fulani. My father never had a handsome friend unless one of his cousins. His own friends were all Fulani. We played together. In the past, if you can remember, I have given information saying even the first time I saw this long pipe, you understand, after I see it between my father and one Fulani friend, is in American movie. So that's there is a peace between us. But Hajia, if you know what is going on in Katsina State, my local government area right now is going to be Gulf's local government area because all the farm have. I went to Nigeria as in 2016. I bought a land for agriculture development, 1 million naira. I cannot, my son that land now. You understand? Last year we lost all the crops because of Fulani violence. You understand? They have been friends, they have been trusted. Even in the 80s, my grandfather still kept his cattle with Fulani until he died. He had a Fulani on his farm. In the past, in Hausa history, keep them on our land, It was only the rainy season they go to the bush to stay there with their cattle. But they broke the law and they begin to kill us. And this is what is happening. Even last week, one of my cousins, 2 of them cannot go home now. You know, we have a relative dead. One of the family house being ransacked with Fulani, and they took everything from the house. 2 of my cousins, their cousins died. Back up, they cannot go home. They cannot go home because they are afraid of being attacked. In fact, they told them, don't come. You know, they live in fear. People are living in a state, another called government area. And again, regarding to the eastern side of Nigeria, northern Nigeria, the northeast, I was listening to my life here. Those issues started with Boko Haram before Fulani. I cannot blame Fulani on that area. And then later on, the Boko Haram have been used by politicians. They've been used by politicians, and Fulani later on carry on around Bauchi State, Adamawa State, Plateau State. Before the killing, actually in the 80s, is to kill all Christians. I was there. I know the plan. Nobody can tell me anything. And the plan was set even before I become Christian. I was brought up Muslim household, Muslim family. So I know the plan. It's been said in me in my ears. I can never forget it. I can never forget it. And secondly, right now, why is the problem? What is happening now? It's become what we can say Ruandale Gamagari. The rain in the night that is spread all over the world. The problem we have in the north has come to, and so far so good. In the south, there was a tension already, and that's why Chief Irelu formed a group called Friends of Nigeria. We started the regions of Nigeria as a problem. So that's why the West United Nations decided to keep quiet, because there was already propaganda on the ground to divide Nigeria. That was initially there. So you understand the information that is going on, you don't know which one is which. It's either true or lies. But at the moment, innocent lives are being destroyed by this so-called Fulani herdsmen. And now it's no longer herdsmen. Even the youth from the local, our local government, they will just get up and go into the bush, join the group, and they will terrorize the locals. It has become something, it's something that I sit down personally, I cry for my people. I thank you for what you are doing to Fulani youth, but unfortunately, we could have done the same to them, and we did. We did. When they lost their cow, we allowed them to do business. We allowed them to farm into our farm. We rent them property, farms, and land to work, but they don't want to. They don't want to. Now they want to give ours to take. How can you compare to that? Huh?
Auntie Jemima, I think you've made your point. Mama Diaspora's heard you. Mama Diaspora, I'm sure you are not surprised that now that you have been made ambassador for Miyetti Allah or Fulani herdsmen and co. I'm sure you know very well that a lot of listening would be necessary on your part. I will continue to appeal to you to let us go on and listen to more people express their opinions on this matter. I thank them for making time on a Saturday morning to join us. Let me go straight on to the next person. Paul Y, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Erulo Tunswase, and our guest, Queen Temi Tope. I just got to know about this meeting a while ago when I was having my breakfast. And I have come over here to just ask a few questions after listening. I want to ask the Queen, Mama Diaspora, a few things. Maybe in one of your comments, you said somebody said something about Buhari. I don't know if she knows that Buhari is the grand patron of Miyetti Allah in the whole West Africa. That is official. I don't know if she knows that. And then secondly, I want her to tell us, if possible, how she got to be made the ambassador of Miyetti Allah and what she understands by Miyetti Allah, as Alache has tried to break it down for her, whether she really grasps the concept of Miyetti Allah and the Cattle Breeders Association. I am from Southern Kaduna, where people are sleeping in their villages every day, and they are being woken up with gunshots, and men, women, children are gunned down, irrespective of their age, even 3 years, 2 years, pregnant women and all that, they're being killed. Miyetti Allah has come out to speak for some of these people that are committing these atrocities and trying to rationalize why they are doing this as reprisals or things that we have done to them. And for her to don this Fulani hat Does she really know what she's getting herself into, as her brother Obadiah tried to say to her? If she tried to understand the concept, is it the herdsmen that are carrying AK-45 and going to villages, wiping out villages, killing people that she's representing? And if she's representing them, how did she get to be given that position? Is it an organization?
Can I stop you? You've asked the questions, and thank you for joining me. The first 5 minutes was actually spent putting direct questions to Mama Diaspora, but she won't mind answering again. But let me say, the first question at the beginning of the program was to confirm that she did. The second question, in Nigeria, we all know, I get many invitations telling me they want to make me an ambassador. And before I know it, they're asking me to make donation. I always say, I don't have time for such nonsense. So I asked her, did you pay a dime for this ambassadorial position? She said, no. Now, have they paid you? Direct questions to her. She answered, she said, no. So in terms of whether she fully appreciates the position she's found herself, before you kindly join us, to me and others who have been in this, in the Zoom area in particular, and those watching, she has made it quite clear that she's not out there she hasn't accepted this responsibility because she believes she understands everything. She even said, you know, President Buhari, the head of state, hasn't even agreed to see me or hasn't seen me yet. So she's been very, very direct. But at some point, I shall bring her back in. So if you've just joined me, the first 5 minutes of the program was used putting direct questions to her, such that the presiding special guest, Dr. Malafia, would be able to address her properly. Let me go straight on to Enua Burke, and then Isiaku Baba will follow. Hello, please unmute yourself, please.
Yep, thank you very much, Chief Erilu. I respect you to the core.
Thank you.
I was on Zoom with you. I think this is the second time or so now. A very intelligent lady. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I thank Obi Alache. I thank every one of you that has spoken, Jemima, and the last speaker. I think the last speaker took some of the things I was about to say, but I will not repeat it anymore. And for this lady, Chief, she called herself Mama Diaspora. I'm sorry to use that word. Mama Diaspora, have you realized that these Fulani people who came to our country from Niger, Mali, and other parts, troop in, do we have border security? Are they Nigerians? Since Usman Danfodio, we've lived peacefully with Fulanis in Nigeria. I grew up in Kaduna. I lived in Kano, came to London 86. Nigerian Fulanis were peaceful. All we know Fulani in with, they carry their stick on their back, ride their cattle in the bush. These ones who came, you are wearing Fulani cap, and you say you're not representing Fulani. I know Fulani cap, because I live in the north, grew up in the north. You say you don't represent Mayati Allah. How come you're bearing Mayati Allah? I think, in my opinion, you've come to hear from innocent people to take it back to Mayati Allah. That's all.
My dear Enwaba, she didn't say so. She confirmed she's ambassador.
Exactly. You are an ambassador. So what have we got to do with you on this platform, if not to take information back to Mayati Allah? What we have to do with you?
Thank you very much.
Because she did not address Alache's, she did not address Alache's questions. These are pertinent things that is haunting Nigeria at the moment. And for a woman, you say you are a mother. These people are killing people every day. And you have the guts to come and sit down there with Fulani cap, upsetting us.
Can I say, please?
I'm
again,
so sorry, my dear. I'm so sorry.
problem.
I apologize.
Yes,
I apologize because you already won. No foul language, no insult. But I'm really upset to the core. Let this woman go back and tell me, Allah, they should take those people from our country. They don't belong to our country. We have no grazing land to give them. We have nothing to do with them. They have their agenda. First they came, they said everybody should surrender their gun, giving people £5,000 because they have agenda. God has already revealed it. What they are here for. What they are here for. God revealed it 12 years ago to me. So I'm very upset about what she's saying there.
And Burke, let me say thank you for being honest. You know, when I sent a message to the lady, it's not that she knew me from Ada. No, she didn't. When I sent a message to her, many of us will wonder whether she'll respond. She responded with, I have to say, absolute humility, saying, have I done anything wrong? Well, I got your message. Now, let me say, Alache, that I've known for years, and thank you, Alache, you know, for many years we're doing NNU, this and all of that. You have already kind of detailed what should be the roles, the areas that Mama Diaspora should consider focusing on. Whether she's got the person's specification is another issue. I am sitting here, under normal circumstances, people will say, why are you sitting down with somebody who is representing a terrorist organization? After 36 years in British politics, I have been involved. I was involved throughout. Mrs. Thatcher was at the forefront of Jerry Adams, IRA agenda, and so on and so forth. And let me remind everybody, I have invited concerned Nigerians to come here. Now, concerned peoples of Nigeria, thank you for expressing your concerns, but please, 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 the dead Terry Waite volunteered himself to go and negotiate with kidnappers. He didn't know he would end up for years. Years he ended up himself, not being able to get himself out. Now, hopefully this session will enable Mama Diaspora not to become another Terry Waite. I hope so. Let me go straight on to Isiaku Baba. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Thank you for having us on this platform. We really do appreciate, and I specifically have been enjoying the session all through. I want to make a comment, and my comment is, well, question has already been, a lot of questions have been asked already, and I think now it is time to also contribute, or rather make a comment. I believe that this ambassadorial appointment is a way of creating a synergy between Nigeria and the group. From my own seeing, then I would say that if so be the case, because this Fulani herders and farmers issue is almost turning into a national security threat. And it is something that we must need to provide a solution onto. Criticizing each other as Nigerians, I don't think that will come as a solution, rather. But rather, let's have a synergy between the government and the group of people. Let them sit. If there is a way, let them sit on the round table. What are your offers and how do we resolve these issues for real? Because if we continue this way, the people who are already at receiving end are the poor people, and they're already being hurt for years ago, and they have not been. I haven't really seen any tangible solution that have been done, because these are the grassroots that has been done to clear up these things. So I believe there needs to be a synergy, and I also want to believe that this is the reason for the ambassadorial appointment. Another thing I wanted to say is, well, in a TV, Channels TV broadcast that I watched on the 29th of June 2018, the group came out and said that they are Mieti Allah Kautal Kore, and they've also blasted the ones they call Macban. So from what I have seemed to understand is this Mieti Allah Kautal Kore is different from Macban, which is the Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria. And then I think also afterwards I've seen a few broadcasts also that interviews on Channels TV as well, where they came to say that they actually said that they are different from the Macban and are here for peace sake and all of that. So I would also want us to look into that. Then the Fulani people, I think, need identity, because these issues that we're facing, a lot of like someone mentioned earlier, that it's a thing, borders. I mean, people are not well identified these days. Someone can easily leave, I mean, Abuja, go to Nasarawa, leave Nasarawa, go to Gombe, and it's not identified. So I think let there be a clear way where we can distinguish the real Fulani people who have been, you know, for decades or centuries ago, being in Nigeria, because I know I have read about their history, and they say they are dated back to 16th century and all of that. So let's be able to, I think there are perpetrators in this, and let's be able to create an identity for the Fulani people to distinguish those that are really innocent, because I feel also again that I was having conversation with a Fulani person, I think last 2 weeks or something, and he said that at some point he was being attacked by some people who are Hausa people among them, that also Fulani people were among them, and they rustled his cows. And then later the soldier, I mean the army people came and they also attacked them, I mean arrested them, and you know, were questioning them. So I feel some of these Fulani people are even at the receiving end, I feel. So let there be a national dialogue. I think it's something that is possible between the Fulani people, the group, since they now have a group that represent them, and the government. How do we provide a holistic solution into this problem? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. And please mute yourself. Please be muted. Thank you. I think you're still on mute. Right. Thank you very much, Isiaku Baba. And I think the issue you have raised, sitting here as a politician in the UK, the question is, who really is a Nigerian? Internationally, once you hold that passport, you are a Nigerian. The other thing is ownership of land. I will be doing a session on that. Permit me to go straight on to Ifeanyiwa, my sister. Please forgive me if I didn't pronounce your name very, or Ifeanyi. It sounds like Yoruba name. Over to you, my dear sister.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
A very good morning.
Thank you. My name is Chief Mrs. Ifeanyiwa Zenwa. I am the Yaloja of Southeast.
Okay.
I want to question, because it's under market structure, because the Mieti Allah, they are all business entity too. So I want to ask a question for the way forward. I would like to ask that, because in 2014 National Conference, I know there are some recommendations being made by that same body, which the same government have refused to recognize or do something about it. In as much she said she wanted peace and want to do something good for all Nigerians, can she please tell us how she will make sure that recommendations being done by all Nigerians during 2014 National Conference, which the government dumped, how can she come up with it to make sure that the government in question take that recommendation serious? That is number one. Number two, I would like her to also explain to us tell all Nigerians that the same people we are talking about today will listen to whatever she might have put down for them to do to make this thing work. Are they ready to cooperate with her? Are they ready to cooperate with the government? Because if government is saying, we don't have land, this is a private business, how can they, will they use their money to purchase the land in their own domain? Because every other people are not most, they've lost trust in their business because they see it in another light. If they're going to do it in the north there, how will she make the government see the reason why government should be involved in what they are doing? Because it's a personal business.
Okay.
Number three, I would like her to explain to everybody how well, because when she said the president have not even heard from her or recognize her, what I want to ask, because it's just a group, not an affair of everyone in the country. How well will she make us understand now that whatever they are doing, people that are hot will believe in whatever they are doing now? Those are the three questions I want her to please explain.
Thank you. Iyaloja, thank you very much for taking time out this morning to join us. Delighted to have your input. You've raised very valid points. Let me go straight on. They will be answered. Mama Diaspora, let me explain that she was Mama Diaspora before she became the ambassador for Miyetti Allah. Now, it's a long story as to why she was known as Mama Diaspora. She's still known as Mama Diaspora. Let me bring in Wale Oni. Over to you.
Thank you very much for having me. My question is very simple. I would just like Mama Diaspora to tell us what has Miyetti Allah done with the 100 billion naira that Buhari gave them 3 years ago. 100 billion naira of Nigeria's money. Yeah, President Buhari gave it to them in 2019, I believe. What have they done with that money? The other, if you don't mind, if I can just make a quick comment on top of my question, is that why is Miyetti Allah having an ambassador? This is a cattle breeders association. What is why would they need an ambassador in diaspora? Why? Is it a hidden agenda that they have? Do they want to sanitize their deadly image? Yeah. Why are they always interfering in Nigerian politics? Why are they speaking with so much confidence as if they have top contacts in the government? They're telling Southern governors, if you do this, oh, you've lost the 2023 election presidential candidacy. Why should Miyetti Allah be interfering? I'm just speaking with so much confidence, as if they are in government or they have contact in the government. At the moment, the Southern governors, they're banning open grazing, and Miyetti Allah had the audacity of saying that we are going to take land by force in the South. This is the reason why they have very, very terrible image on top of all the killings they've done all over from Middle Belt, all over the country. They're supporting terrorism. They're killing people, killing children, killing pregnant women, all in the name of cattle.
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. I want to thank you very much for those frank thoughts shared. It's time to go to, thank you. It's time to go to Mama Diaspora, and I'll just give her 10 minutes. If more she needs to please respond. Let me remind those of you who have joined us, and especially those viewing from home, became ambassador for Miyetti Allah just on the 6th of September. 6th of September Today is the 11th of September. And it's, in my view, I've heard so much said to her so she can know very well. I've just had a message come through which somebody saying, Erelu, are you sure this is a Yoruba woman? Because if she is and not a Fulani, she will know that Maeti Allah killed the daughter of Afenifere leader Papa Fashoranti. And the person goes on. She will also know very well that the Maeti Allah terrorized Chief Falaye for many, many years. So the person then said, Erelu, please ask her, is she a Yoruba or she is a Fulani with this name? Because nowadays they give people Yoruba name and they think they are one of us. I'm going to stop there. Over to you now, Mama Dasra. You've been so good. You got a lot of the points down.
Yummy.
Mujay.
Oh, no. I don't think 10 minutes is enough for me to answer on this question. Even the one Mrs. Sewuti answered, I was not able to answer everything. But the questions are the same thing. You said it all. The whole world should give me a break. I'm just a normal woman being, a Yoruba woman. I'm just like any other person. But I decided, the Almighty God, no human being gave me this appointment. Said, go back to here, go and do this. Why can't everybody just be peaceful? They said, and let the Almighty God manifest, unfold the Cancerian event. It's serious, oh. And listen to everybody is the same thing. But there's something I want to tell everybody. Oh, I'm just a Yoruba woman. Oh. If you know me personally, I'm just a simple woman. I go to the market. Despite my position, I don't care. I don't see religion. I don't see tribe. I don't see trace. I'm just a mother. They call me Mama. So let me just forget about all. You see, the questions are the same thing. I've answered them. Maybe some of them just came in. I am not in the position. I don't have any political appointment. I don't have any authority from the government. I have the blueprint. I keep on saying, I live in California, in Silicon Valley. I'm one of the CEOs there. Google my name, before I became Royal Highness Steamer. Google Mr. Fajai with Silicon Valley. You will see everything I've done in my life. I live in a society where things are organized. How can I be enjoying the luxury of America when my country, my bedroom is burning? My kids are killing each other. And two women stop. Please don't insult me. I'm an innocent woman. Put yourself in my position. Can you go, Lord? Who shall ascend the hill of the Lord? Who shall stand in his holy place? It's a sacrifice I'm doing for the whole Nigeria. If you guys want me to quit, I'll quit. It's not compulsory. Nobody gave me money. Please, nobody to crucify me again. What have I done? Am I Mieti? No, I'm a Yoruba woman. I'm a Jebota from Lagos. I've never seen cow before in my life. But when God is sending you on an errand, I don't even know whether I'm in a fast. Please, the whole of Nigeria, the whole world should give me a breath. Everybody should stretch their hands to me and start praying right now. Let the grace of the Lord be said. Let the Holy Spirit come down. Let the Almighty God give us divine favor. We've all sinned. Nobody is innocent. You understand? Now, the solution. That is all I said I have. And I'm still waiting for president of the people in authority to come and hear the garbage I have. Why did these people made me their mama? They must have seen something in me. You know what they told me? The day I was invited, I didn't tell my children. I didn't tell anybody. I wrote in every piece of paper in my bedroom, I'm going to see the president of the earth, in case I don't come back. I went on the suicidal mission on behalf of Nigeria. Nigeria, give me a break. What have I done wrong? Everybody here, nobody even commended me. Everybody crucified me, crucified me. What have I done? He who has no sin, let him first cast the first stone. I went there. You understand? I went there. I wrote it in every paper. I'm going to Miyetti Allah. When I got to the place, the first thing I saw was a school behind their office. I said, why haven't they kidnapped all these school children? Oluwa lo mejo da o. God sees the unknown. The next thing when I got there, I was so afraid. I didn't know he was looking at me. I was taking pictures. You understand? I said, let them put it in my phone so that they will know. In case of anything, at least the person taking my pictures send me home. I thought I was going to die. I didn't sleep that night. Then he called me. I never knew he was looking at me from the security camera. I said, please, oh, I'm here. Oh. God told me to come. I was shaking. The next thing he stood up, he said, my mother. Oh, your what? I busted into tears. He hugged me. He said, coming here is divine. Within 4 hours, he has assembled 500 meters. I didn't even know. My children even told me, they said, next time you do this stuff, mama, if they kidnap you, you are already old. You're not going to rescue you because you're going to do it the second time. This is a sacrifice. My DNA is Nigeria. So people are even saying, am I not Nigerian? Do you want to know whether my own family has been killed? I'm not here for that. The solution. And I said, this is the solution. He said, Allah. Immediately within 4 hours, they've written the letter. They said they've killed their Messiah. I said, are you guys not going to kill me? I thought I was going to die. Because who is the right-thinking human being that will take her 2 legs and walk into the den of lions? Please, Nigerians, if you don't pray for me, heavens will pray for me. The host of heaven will come down. If human being doesn't want to help me, God will send angels to me in human form. What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? I don't know. Everybody knows that I've been exiled. Good work. I fought for this democracy. I wasn't given an appointment for you alone. The Mama Papa President Obasanjo gave it to me. When I was the president of all the Nigerians in the US, Google my name. Why am I the number 3 most powerful person in Nigeria? Google it. Everybody should go and see who I am. I'm not doing it for fame. But I realized one day, fame and fortune are just an illusion. They're not the solution. The solution is what I want to be remembered for. I will remember today, nobody except one young guy, a kid that said something positive to me. Everybody crucified me. It's okay. Everybody throws stones at me. It's okay. I will pick up that stone. I will mount it together and I'll keep on moving. As for me, there's no going back. I will do what the Almighty God, Almighty Allah said. The solution, number 1, transportation. Please Please don't point at me. Join me to appeal to the government. War is over. We can bickering and complaining till the kingdom come. Some people are laughing at us, Nigeria. We used to be the greatest nation in the world. Our money, our economy is going down. Our dollar is 540. Pound sterling is 740 or 750. Are we looking at something? We can generate money from this, our custody or something, if we all take a chill pill. We should all slow down. Holland is making money from it. India, they call cows chicken cow because of the milk. Nobody eats cow in India because it's generating money for them. Why can't Nigeria cow generate money for us? I'm saying, let's divide it into 4. The north, God will provide the land. God is the owner of heaven and earth. And the land we are going to use. And let me tell everybody as of today, I'm going to tell the whole world the good news. As of today, they've given me 2,000 hectares of land to the north for us to start this pilot program. It's a serious thing. I need prayer. I don't need anybody to kill me. I'm already dead. Don't you guys love me? What have I done? I fought for this democracy. They didn't give me an appointment. Everybody knows me. Go and read my file. I'm well read. Okay, now. But all you alone. It's only God that can appoint. Please don't, everybody that has been crucifying me, please go and start praying for me. It's the crown on my head. I won't say crown. The weight on my head. Normal human being. When some people said that picture, when I was dancing, I wasn't dancing. Look at me in that picture. Look at how you can see the light. And if you are really, really spiritual, you will see the wings behind my back. This is serious. I'm an angel. I'm not a normal human being. No normal person will do this. When you're that's my name. History will never forget you. Everybody abused you on this one. It's okay. It's okay. That is the price. And I'm ready to take it. I will take all the abuse, put it in the basket, and give it to the throne of faith. I don't know me. The solution to this problem is with our minister, Amechi. Honorable Minister Amechi's Excellency. They should create transportation. If they go to subsidize it, let them subsidize it. No more traffic of cattle. May the soul of the departed rest in peace. I hear their voices every night. They keep on telling me, Mama, please go and rescue the other people. Because some of them, their life has been cut short. Some of them are even going to be the next president of this nation. Did they do anything wrong? Please, the whole world, I'm appealing to you. Look at the way I'm talking now. I never knew I'm going to raise my voice. And if I raise my voice, please, I'm begging you. I'm fighting. I mean, I'm on the line of fire. And if I die, Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Esther did not perish. Esther freed the Jews. Moses, the only thing that Moses did wrong was pride. And I will never put pride in my system. And if God is using you, you have to be humble. I like when my mother said, you're going to hear so many critics today. I cried. I was afraid. I can come tomorrow and say, you know what, I speak. If that's what the world wants me to do, I will quit. It's power, and because the government, I don't know about land issue. Èmi máa fọ́n lẹ̀ ní. But as of today, Olúwa ti pèsè 2,000 hectares. Sùúrù ni. Patience. Number 2, they said 100 billion. How can an African woman knows about the 100 billion they gave them? Baba, give me a break now. You my brother. Are you a Yoruba man? Why are you asking me such a question? I'm just 5 days old in this Miyetti stuff. Even the whole saga is not up to 2 weeks. Everything just came like a wind. I don't know whether I'm in a trance. I don't know whether there's something. Ever since I drank the Nunu, I've been thinking about solution. I can't sleep at night. All my children suppressed to call Mama S. My little in the bedroom, Jonah. Number 3, why the one woman told me, I don't know whether she's a Yoruba woman. What she doing or what she doing now? And when I got let me tell the whole world right now. When they gave me this hat, this crown, I went to beat my Baba Debanjo. My brother, Sole Bisheni, the Secretary General to Afghanistan. I know Baba Falaye. I know everybody. My uncle, Baba General. I went to see my father. I knelt down in front of him. Only to the Papa Loda Father. Mo bú sẹ́kùn níwájú wọn ni. Mo ní bàbá ẹ ṣàánú mi. Ta ló ní kó lọ gbà á? Lọ dá padà. One of those people that said, she is the Esther of our generation. Bagam. I know how many years ago God has called me Esther. I used to be very pretty. And I had this small thing, arrogant. God told me, I called myself Nefertiti. Nefertiti, you can get anything you want. But God told me, stop calling yourself Esther. Stop calling yourself Nefertiti. My children will say, my mother thinks she's from Egypt. He said, from today, your name is Esther. Am I going to marry a kid? He said, go and read the Bible. I read the Bible, and what I saw was the pride and arrogance of the queen. Now, she lost it all to the slave girl called Esther. If anybody knew Esther doesn't have a DNA royal, she'd be killed. But the only person I knew was Haman. And I'm sure Esther didn't speak back that day. He was too excited. And when favor entered, she was chosen. Even the king knew there was something that is not a Jebota in her body, because her body was too high. He said they should go and take care of her. But when the pressure was too much, do you get me? The vaccine, everybody has a vaccine in our life. The vaccine, she knew she was going to die because she told a lie. And she said,
Mama Diaspora, please, I'm sorry, thank you. I think at this junction, I want to say what you are clearly stating is that you are somebody who volunteered yourself and took the risk. We're all hearing it now. She took the risk to go and see this Meti Allah person because she believes there's a solution. Please, she believed there's a solution. Now, as she was saying, she could have gone and nobody would know. You know, she's been there. We wouldn't even know these details. And those who have actually raised issues on this platform during this program, a lot of the points raised are valid points. When somebody is an ambassador, to me, it's a new beginning. I remember years ago when I emerged as the #1 citizen, the worship with the mayor of a high-profile area. One of the visits I did to an institution, a bank, I went there representing the geographical area. And they asked me if I knew how much is in the coffers of the, it's like you represent Lagos State and you go somewhere and somebody's asking you, do you know how much Lagos State has in the bank? Now, I had no idea other than based on the last information I was given in the committee report. So it's look, I want to say Baba Ishiaku, if I hope I pronounce your name well. I myself sitting here embarked on this program at Bakuni Tony Leudua single-handedly. And I will say based on the fact that I am a spiritual being too, I believed quite clearly that as far as our people Yorubas are concerned, wọ́n ní Kamuragba Taragba, wọ́n ní Kamuragba Taragba, wọ́n ní ìwà là ń wá ìwà, conduct, character. So let's say we've heard a lot, and she has. Mama Diaspora, you've seen the expectations of you. So those expectations are real because for many years people have had to listen to Maeti Allah say, if we hear Yoruba say one word there again, there'll be wahala. Who told them that we are not going to? We take their land. Even recently, I don't know whether the man called Gumi is one of them. I have no idea. Apparently, he went to Igboho. So, Igboho to do what? He went there. He didn't even say greet. He didn't go there to pay homage to the king. Now, I have to say this. Suppose he had gone. They could have cut off his head. Who knows? He himself was probably scared. Look, let me put it this way. We are in a very difficult situation in the geographical area called Nigeria. And those of us who are in the diaspora, I want to say, well, many of us are seen as the ATM for Nigeria because we're diaspora. Well, maybe there's one person who is not seen as ATM, who hopefully may be able to take on some of the issues. I think what she should take away from this program is a long list. The first thing, wow, Mama Diaspora, you are a mama of killers. You know how many Pekin then don't kill? Mama, but you know, listen, Mama Diaspora, before you became Mama Maeti Allah, yes, those ones were killed. We don't know who their mama was then when they killed. Now, from the 6th of September, any more killing, the time they kill, that time it means you are their mama when they start killing again. Number 2, security, please, since you are a volunteer, please, if there's anything you can do, let people just stop killing. Just stop killing now. Just stop all this in the bush. Let them just go ceasefire, please. I was involved the days of IRA. Ceasefire, dialogue. What is the solution? If they are not Nigerians, okay, how are we going to sort this thing out? Yes, we need to commence solution. And hear me loud and clear, based on a lot of information I've received. The people of Nigeria say, hey, Fulani, stay in your territory. Hausa, stay in your territory. Yoruba, stay in your territory. We don't want no more Nigeria, we quit. And as far as Ethnic Nationalities Conference is concerned, somebody who raised the question, well raised, the fact remains that APC as a party never was in favor of this Ethnic Nationalities Conference. Never. Although some members of APC went. I was quite involved in monitoring what went on. PDP's agenda. So all the money they spent to bring people from the diaspora into Nigeria, in fact, to take part, and those in Nigeria The report hasn't seen daylight. The report hasn't seen daylight. I had a program like this then at Bole Odua. I remember bringing in many people to talk about the hopes that the Ethnic Nationalities Conference brought. And let's face it, even what was called Yoruba agenda and so on, APC never answered anybody. APC. Let us remember that APC is in government. It's a real pity we don't have opposition in Nigeria. PDP, did you hear them say Peke? Peke? We haven't heard them say Peke. And they all sit there and fall there. Please, when did you see somebody say, we the PDP? This is what we believe in. We the PDP. No alternative party in that country. I would say, having served in elected position, we found it very useful, a very strong labor opposition, and conservative. And a lot of the ideas, before they know it, we'll just sandwich the whole damn thing. Because opposition is to enable some kind of collaboration for and the interest of the people that a democratic government is supposed to represent. So I think the constitutions I want now, please, will be suggestions. I want to appeal, no more criticisms, because she's told us she believes she can do something. And she went there to find the Miyetti Allah. And they didn't send her away. They didn't cut her into pieces. And she's ended up with this ambassadorial role 5 days ago. Now, let me go to the 4 hands that I can see raised up here. Let me see, I have got over here Alache, Jemima, Matsi, and Dr. A, in that order. Alache, I think what I would like to say at this junction is that you do your closing remarks at the same time as the contribution you wish to make. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Mama Diaspora, nobody is against you and we are not criticizing you. You asked us for solutions, so we articulated our concern to you and expect that you will go through our long list. Those you can handle, you handle. Those you cannot handle, you forward to those that can handle it. You can do nothing about the security, but if it is something that concerns Nigerians, maybe you would work with whatever outfit, the security outfit, if you have access to them. But I think the critical thing is that you should understand it is just the beginning. You are going to have to face a lot more. This is even a civilized forum. You are going to face, you will read articles that will tear you into shreds. But if you have one goal and one motive and one aspiration, don't let anything deviate your mind from it. Don't get upset, otherwise you'll get your mind deviated from whatever solution or mission you have been sent to deal with. The questions still remain that there are concerns. If you want us to articulate it in writing and send to you, we are confident to do that. And we will hope that Miyetti Allah will take the peaceful approach that you are trying to do. We understand you are saying ranching, but Miyetti Allah has consistently said they do not want ranching. They want open grazing. So that is a debate you will have to have internally with them. Another thing which Ishaku has also alluded to is that even within Miyetti Allah, there are different factions, the Kaure, the this, the that, and how you will also be seen that you will come out to say you are this, and you will have some people dissociating themselves from you. You must be able, it's an advice, to manage those tensions. Thirdly, nobody is crucifying you. It's because we love you. If you remember, we also said, take care of your security. We don't want to lose you. So you must also be very vigilant. Some people are not peaceful in their approach to things. Finally, I just want to say this. Nigeria is going through difficult and dangerous times. Insecurity, the future of the country is not guaranteed as it is. People are beginning to think nationalistically in terms of small nations, Igbo nation, Yoruba nation, Idoma, and so on. There's instability everywhere. And anything that will bring peace, whether it is a peaceful process to disintegration, whether it is a peaceful process to unity, I think we owe it as Nigerians to be on board with peace. We owe it to our future generation to give them a peaceful Nigeria in whatever shape or form. You see, it pains me as I sit here. I grew up in the North, born in Ghana, but grew up in the North all my life. Schooled, I've never schooled outside except when I went to Unilag. And my closest and best friends are the people we are on the table together with today. And I think we should be looking at peaceful approach. Nobody is crucifying you. You see, there are some people with their own pent-up emotions that their communities have suffered. The Middle Belt, the Eastern Yorubas, they have the Hausas. It's not only the Hausas that the Fulani, you call Fulani Hausa Fulani before. Zamfara is the most terrorized state. Niger, they are all, there is this thing. But the consistent factor has been these Fulani headsmen. If you are going to bring us to the table with them, we will gladly come to the table with them. If it is a conference, if it is any form, if it is small focus group meetings where you can articulate a peaceful agenda for Nigeria, we are advising you, we are not criticizing you. There's nothing wrong if you come to take what we are saying here to Miyetti Allah. We want you to take it. We are the voice of the people. We are telling you we are concerned. Take it to them. That's what we want. We want them to hear us. So there's no problem. If you take it, that's what the forum is for us to express ourselves so that you know which solutions you can deal with and you can tell them, look, these people don't trust you because this is what you say sometimes. Your image is badly dented. Your strategy is wrong. There's no problem. Nobody you have, if you sacrifice yourself, you won't complain. Oh, you will have more. This is still it. So I thank you very much, Erelu, for having me. I hope my little contribution has been worthwhile. And also, Her Royal Highness, well done. Thank you. If it is a woman that will bring peace, so be it. If it is that is the mission God has sent you, God himself will protect you for it. But we, as Nigerians, we are getting impatient about the insecurity. We want peace. We want our Nigeria. Either we go our separate ways or we stay the same Nigeria. We need to propagate peace for whatever entity. Thank you. And thank you all the other listeners.
Thank you very much, Lache, but I'm going to bring you in for just a couple of minutes. Mama Diaspora, I'm going to digress. You know, this lady who just spoken, like you, we left United Kingdom, the comfort of United Kingdom. Let me leave it to her, explain to you what happened to her. Alache, you left UK, you ventured to go to Nigeria to do what? Please tell us what happened to you. You can see in terms of what people do encounter when they dare.
I went to Nigeria to do the thing. I worked for 4 years. I was taken from here, headhunted, and then was never paid. Never paid. I suffered. It reached a stage. I even was sleeping in a garden after leaving this country. I then went into politics. In politics, it was not even, it was a no-go area. Our people are just not ready for change. But I can understand that change is a difficult process. And I suffered immensely to go to Nigeria, but that hasn't dampened my disdain for Nigeria. But you see, as a diaspora, I will advise anybody going to have your mega savings in this country, because you might go there and things will not work the way it is meant to work. And I had a very bad experience. Not only me, a lot of us that had bad experiences having gone to Nigeria. I hope that's the bad
Thank you.
experience.
Yes. I mean, I just wanted to say, Mama Diaspora, I had a program, I had an episode where those of us in the UK, we came together to share our experiences of daring to want to help our country. Alache, did you hear? 4 years, we never get a dime. When I had the program, there was, in fact, a professor of law. I said, what are we going to do? 4 years, not a penny. They didn't pay her. And they had the contract. I just want you to understand that Alache, she has not in any way said, I have to forget this country, I hate this country. You may also know that one of us became a finance minister, Kemi Adeosun. She went through hell, but that's another story. So let me say that the Almighty God that you believe in, and there's only one. I always say people come around me, they are people of vision. They are people who are guided. They are people with commitment. I hope you had a feel so far. I want to echo what Alache has said. Please, you went to volunteer, and they agreed. Now is the time. They embraced you. Praise Olodumare, praise God. Now you've heard that here we are. All these allegations, even one small thing. All the people that they have supposedly killed or died as a result of their existence. Even one word of comfort. All those souls, I want to repeat, you were not ambassador when all those people died. But I pray that you will be put to good use. Let me go straight on to Jemima Danjuma and then Matsi Okoye. Jemima, over to you. Auntie Jemima, are you there?
Sorry, I didn't unmute. Okay, then thank you very much. Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay, then thank you for giving me this second opportunity. To Alhajia Mama Diaspora, Your Royal Highness, I did not disrespect you. In fact, you see me that you see, I have family members who are Fulani, born Fulani, Iriga, rose up as a Fulani. You understand? And we are family. We are family. Nothing can separate us from being family. You understand? And secondly, I actually spoke on the suffering of my people. You understand? One of my uncles died. I went 2019. I couldn't go to pay my respect to his own house because the area is no go. They told me do not even step your foot in that place. So I have to come back to London, grief. But every day is information, killing. People are living. You see, we are farmers. That's all we have. The piece of land to cultivate. When somebody come with the AK-47 and shoot you, The only thing you can do, if you have family, if you just save yourself. That's what we are doing now. We are powerless. What you are doing, I would have, if I have opportunity, I would have done the same to my own people. I am handicapped. I say, in any day that God give me money, that I can afford the island, I will pack my people and take them to that island because we are peaceful people. If you read Hausa history, we never contend with Fulani when they came and slaughtered all our kings. I say, okay, then never mind. If you don't understand, so many people doesn't understand. We and Fulani are actually cousins. We were both from Ethiopia. We are people of the Nile. You understand? But we never treat them even though as a stranger in our own land. Since they slaughter all our kin, they say we are not following Islam. Our Islam practices is inappropriate. We allow them carry on. We continue with our own business, farming, cultivating land, and raising livestock. You know, we have a special relationship. You know, it until now. This is what I'm crying about. I have to, you are crying for Fulani, I have to cry for my own people.
Auntie Jemima, I think Mama Diaspora has heard you.
Yes. So secondly, I want to say something about Esther. You see me here. I am quiet. I am an ordained evangelist, but I never broadcast it because I want to start my own ministry. As a God has it, God has a plan. You understand when the time is due. You understand? So
Amen.
I know the story about Esther. Esther, people were under persecution. They do not persecute anybody. You understand? But we thank you, God, for you coming forward to stand for them. 6 days is not enough for you to gather the history of what is going on. From 16th century to this day today. So 6 days for is not enough for you to gather all that history. And I'm sorry if anybody slander you or upset you. I say sorry on their own behalf, and I want you to carry on. Please, peace. You understand, my sister? We are all in the same boat. We want to achieve the same result between you and I. You understand? Me for my people, Hausa, Maguzawa, and you to Fulani. You understand? God bless you. Thank you very much. What you are doing is good.
Thank you. Let me go. I mean, two more people. Frank Bello, if you do wish to say something, after these two people, I will invite you to say something, and I think we must bring this particular session to a close. I think it's Mazi next, if I may. I will invite, of course, the keynote guest speaker to share her final thoughts. Mazi, it's over to you now.
Thank you. Thank you again, Erelu and Mama Diaspora. I think we're not all here to castigate or crucify you. In fact, when I was making my submission, I was trying to advise in terms of finding a solution towards their sociological sort of social mobility of the Fulani, because I accept that Fulanese, some of them anyway, are indigenous to Nigeria. So we must find a way of peaceful coexistence with them. And the next thing I had in mind, what I wanted to come to speak to you about is your position as an ambassador. An ambassadorial position is always a relational position, which looks after two sides of a constant in mathematics or logics. So it's not only you looking after the Meeti Allah sort of interest only. You have to also look after the other part of the problem of the grievance of the people, because I know the Fulanese or the Meeti Allah are complaining about the way I've been treated, the way things are going for them. But other people also has a problem that you have to also bear in mind that those people also are suffering, so that you have some kind of equitable way of judging the situation, not just seeing it through the Métis Allah or Fulani only point of view, but to, have a balanced approach to it. With that in mind, you will succeed better rather than, okay, if these people criticize you, then you get upset and say they're castigating you without wanting to listen to their grievances and then try to mediate, because your position is a mediative sort of position, a relational sort of position, so that you understand that properly, not just, okay, Métis Allah, I know you're wearing their hat, you're presenting them, but please bear in mind that you have two relations here, or even more relations here, which are of interest, and you have to bear in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. I think there was one more person, Dr. A. I don't know if he's still with us. Frank Bello, if you do have anything to say after
yes,
you.
I'm here, please.
Okay, Dr. A, over to you.
Thank you very much, Erilu and Mama Diaspora. I also want to thank Mazi for his contribution, because he touched a bit on my earlier questions. I'm sorry about the connection earlier while I was asking my questions. However, I didn't get the response to those questions. Noted for responses.
Well, can I say that Mama Diaspora hasn't come here to answer questions. She's actually responded in a generalistic way, and that is, here is somebody who took a risk, volunteered herself. She's only been appointed ambassador for Métis Allah. It's about 5 days now. She's heard all that needs to be said to her. As she said, she's not a political appointee. She said in her own words, who am I? I don't think she's the one here with answers to anybody's major questions, other than, let me remind all of us what she has said from the beginning. Yes, I'm a concerned individual, so I took the risk. I thought I was going to be killed. And I was embraced. I gave my ideas about solutions. Solution, 4 areas. Somebody to take care of, keep, what she said, keep the cows in the north. Let another area grow the food, the feed. Let another area have the abattoir. She's made that quite clear. What else does she have to say? As far as she's concerned, the strategy in terms of a lot of havoc and poverty created as a result of that, she talked about, she wants to draw on her experiences of being in an arena where social problems have been tackled using economic strategy. She made that quite clear. And she said, I don't live in Nigeria. I live in the United States. That's where she lived. Let me also remind all of us that I believe in fairness. When she decided to go to Métis Allah, she had no idea what was going to happen. She's now found this on her lap. And she admitted openly, even the head of state hasn't said anything about this. She's not a politician. She's drawn on our previous community contributions. She was involved when the ethnic nationalities, she was a representative. She came to Nigeria. She did that. Well, she's also said, please go and Google me. I know she's got Mama Diaspora Foods. She's somebody. She said, I'm almost 70. So, and she said, please. So at this point in time, what I believe has happened here, she didn't have any job description. I think she's got one. Number 2, person specification. She better go and dust up all her attributes. But to me, the fact that she's bold, and she did say, if I went to people who said, please go and get rid of this, whatever you're calling yourself, but she was pleading with them. And I want to also emphasize that, I repeat, I didn't know her from Adam. She may have heard about me because of my political involvement, but I sent her a message. I said, please, Yoruba woman, which me Allah business, please, I want to have a voice conversation with you. And she called me back. Now, so she was not given a job description by Mieti Allah. She just she's gonna have to make she's got a long shopping list. And thank you. I've had somebody volunteer to say, some of these things that needs to be done. If you want to document it so that you can get on with it. Please, this is a volunteer. This is a volunteer. That's all she is, a volunteer.
Thank you very much, Erelu.
I want to thank you very much. Thank you.
Just to, Erelu.
Yes.
Just to add, because I was not done, I want to, because what has really prompted this movement for self-determination, external self-determination, is as a result of the systematic genocide that has been committed so far by the Miyetti Allah group. So how long is she going to do this if these killings do not stop and the reports of killings continue to filter in? How long does she give herself with this role?
Dr. A,
is she going to resign?
Dr. A, I'm going to disallow that. You don't talk about it. This is the volunteer. If you raise such a matter in court, I will basically disallow, just have done so. This is a volunteer. It's her time. She was nobody anything. We've all heard her. I didn't know her from Adam. The first 5 minutes, I even had to check, is it true? And for the first time, I heard, like most of you, how she got into it. So she's a volunteer. She's not a politician. And I have been a politician for 36 odd years. She doesn't hold anybody. So, Dr.
Yes,
A,
I understand. I just want us to be cautious of one thing.
No, there's no cautiousness. You're dealing with a politician. I'm a politician. You are raising a political question. She is a volunteer. She's a volunteer. A volunteer does things in her own time as she deems it fit. That's up. It's just like saying to somebody, you're a pastor, you've just set yourself up a church. How long, if you don't have a congregation, you're going to resign? Please, let's leave it as it is. I'm so sorry, Doctor.
Erelu, thank you very much. Erelu, thank you very much. Why I said this, I think it is important for you to know. All right. And I am saying this so as to make it known that this ambassadorial volunteering that she is doing is not a disguise to pour cold water in the
can I say that, Dr. A? Dr. A, I won't allow,
in the minds of people.
Please, I won't, please, on my program, people know me. I do not allow assumption.
It's not an assumption.
Please, I'm so sorry. I'm going to I'm afraid I have allowed you what you have to say. You said it. She's not deaf. She's heard you. She's heard you. So please, you've said all you need to say to her. Her time is up to her. I repeat, I knew her from nowhere until I, as an individual too, volunteered to say, who is this Yoruba woman who has become Miyetti Allah? Me, I said so. And I know how many people called me. Erelu, this, that, what? I said, look, I am a direct biological descendant of Shango. His real name is not Shango, by the way. Nobody directs my life. I use my time, my space to do what I like. And that's the way life is. Please, I always say, don't worry about how long you have to live in this world. Worry about what you do during that time. I understand the concept of volunteering. Those of us who are of a particular ilk, we know the importance. Even those who come out to be candidates for election, they volunteer themselves and say, I feel I can do so. Some are approached. So please let me go straight on to the final speaker. I think it is Mazi, if I'm right, if he still has anything to say. This lady hasn't got any kind of what I would call statutory obligation. She's just like, put it this way, Olabatala, Onigunu, Olosha, a pastor, Islamic cleric. As far as I'm concerned, that is the evidence that this session has delivered to me. I don't know if it was Mazi but there's no hand up again, but I thought I saw Mazi.
No, I'm done.
No?
Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Frank Bello.
Yes, Frank Bello, over to you now. You're the last person before I say thank you to everybody who sacrificed their Saturday morning. Frank Bello, do you have anything to say? No, I can't see him there, or is he there? No, he doesn't appear to. Now, Isiaku, you've just put up your hand when I said I want to end it. You only have.
Yes, sorry, Erelu. I just quickly went to attend to something else. When you're ready for me, I'll jump onto it.
Right, Ishiaku, you got a couple of minutes to say what, and it's got to be focused. No history. No once upon a time the Fulani killed somebody. No, direct. Over to you now, please.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Erelu. I really appreciate it. Yes. All right, Mom. All right, thank you. What I wanted to just say is that we should use this medium to keep in touch with this woman who has took it upon herself to volunteer for this position. Let it be a way of looking for a solution towards these long-term problems that have seemed to be unsolved. And let us keep on embracing our own efforts, and let's see a way where we can drive into success and make things possible for the country and for the greater future of our own unborn children to come. Thank you very much for this platform. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiaku Baba. And just again, for clarity, let me say that when, I think this is typical American or English way. She believed she had a solution. She didn't go there to be made an ambassador. She believed she had a solution. And she found a way to locate the Maeti Allah man. Let us get that right. She came with a solution because she's known to be able to find, she's done so many things. And so she also said, look, Mama Diaspora that you are calling me, Papa Obasanjo gave me that Mama Diaspora. See? So she believed she's got a solution to all these killings, all these problems. So she went to, if she told us, where she was going, she wrote everywhere that she was going to Maiti Allah in case anything happened. And she went to find the Maiti Allah person. And she said to the Maiti Allah person, I have a blueprint. I have a solution. I have a solution. And the Maiti Allah person listened to the solution and said, Mama, I think, let us be clear. She didn't go there and say, the blueprint, the solution that she took to Maiti Allah. I'm sure they too went planning to do anything other than somebody came along. You know, we have a story in Yoruba land of Moremi. Moremi is another story, a woman called Moremi. When the story says that we had some, again, terrorists, they were terrorists. They were coming to terrorize Ife people. And this woman on her own, Moremi, got up. And because of our religion, it's not even a religion, our way of life. She went to a river and said, "Dear river, I will give you anything that, if should I go and come back alive, whoever welcomes me back first, I will sacrifice that person to you," or anything. She was hoping it's a goat or something that will meet her first, Moremi. Now Moremi took a risk and went and befriended a leader of a terrorist group, And that leader saw Moremi, beautiful woman, took Moremi, and she used that to be able to influence to find the solution. And she also escaped. But sadly, when she arrived back, the first person to welcome her back was the only child she had. And she had to sacrifice, that means kill the child. So she tried to offer goats instead. Many goats. But the river began to overflow, began to destroy. And then our people then said, who has upset the river? This is real. If you want to know who Moremi is, the current Oni has in fact done a statue of Moremi. In the past, she was in a little place, but now she's been put back. That's a woman who volunteered to find solution to terrorism. I've just remembered terrorism, and haven't found the solution. Now she brought it back. Now this lady has gone in with a blueprint. She hasn't gone there to go and steal their secret. No, she said, look, I have a solution for all this problem. And she hasn't hidden it, she's told us here. So we've had instances like Moremi is a woman who saved Ife from total destruction because she again volunteered to go and bring back a solution. Now, can I say, did you ask me what had to happen in the end? The child had to be sacrificed because the river wasn't going to give up. Now she sacrificed her only child. So Ishaku has put his hand up again. Is there anything you must say, or is it an error?
It's an error. I already spoken.
Thank you. So I hope really you have. This lady is not the first. In Yoruba land, we've had, if nobody remembers anybody, we can remember Moremi. Over to you, Liberty Communications, from Bello again. I've known for years, a seasoned journalist and broadcaster. And I want to also, years ago when myself just found myself volunteered to take part in politics because of what I was doing as a volunteer. One day, people like Frank Bello also were recruited to come and support me because it was not the day when people of my color appeared in the arena I was. So, Frank Bello, over to you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Irelu. It's been a pleasure for me to stream this live. I think before we started, I told you, Irelu, all these viewers all across the whole world. We've got Narada Franklin from Moscow in Russia. We've got Jocelyn Noah. We've got audiences around the UK, from the United States, from Stockholm, in Scandinavia. The stream apparently has been on 4 different platforms. YouTube, Twitters, and on to different platforms on Facebook. Now, let me take the reactions from around the world with Mama Diaspora. Narada Franklin said, Madam Erelu Tuanshe, stop speaking for her on behalf of, I'll just skip some for your information. I think I should actually post some of them so that people can actually pick it up when they come online. So I've posted Narada Franklin statement. James Ogunlowo, that you know very well, said it's on the platform that Mama Diaspora does not have any solution. Let me go a little bit up. Here, yes, here is another one from Latox. Latox said, headsmen drove indigenous people from their land. The people live in the IDP camps. As if that was not enough, Fulani headsmen went to the IDP camps, killed children, women, men, old, young. Please, Mama Diaspora, will you sleep tonight? Somebody was asking that. Again, James Ogunlowo said, no, she does not agree that Mama Diaspora got paid, and I'll leave the rest that, because there are some things I cannot just say live online, but you know how cruel these followers of mine are. This one, James Ogunlowo again said, Mama Diaspora is Fulani queen. I thought she's beautiful. She got paid. I'm sorry, Mama Diaspora, but all these guys, you live in America, but you know these guys outside Nigeria, they don't really give a damn. Abdul Samil Abubakar, Erelu, if Mama Diaspora is sincere with herself, Fulani, this is, let me see. Fulani today, they should realize Lady K, okay, Lady K from Sunday Igbo's saga. Immediately, they should realize that Lady K was arrested and still in the DSS custody. That's exactly what that person probably was trying to say in there. Now, there's this one too, Owolabi John Adeola, the same Mayeti Allah that asked Buhari and Malami to proscribe Afenifere, a terrorist group. I'm sorry for you because you don't know what you put yourself into. That's from Owolabi. Loads of comment. Let me take another of our regular viewers on the show. Biggie Tuxti Methuselah, the Frank Bellows deep black angel of death with a wild axe is still out there. The supporters of these murderers will definitely be visited by this beautiful angel. From Biggie. Now, oh dear, it's just too much. I'll probably hand over the mic back to you so that you round up the whole thing.
I'm not surprised. Thank you. Well, let me first of all thank you, Liberty Communication, for being at the helm of affairs right from the moment I said this program will be taking place. I thank you for your time. Let me just make sure that I've muted somebody who is, let's have a look. So let me thank you there. Mama Diaspora, please get ready for your final thoughts. I will only allow you 5 minutes and then I will round up. Now, to those of you out there, me, Erelu Tuaje, people who knows me for years, they will tell you, I don't leave any stone unturned to facilitate information. But what I don't also believe in is allowing injustice. Now, I mean injustice because any misrepresentation of the truth is injustice. I repeat, I didn't know this lady. I'd never even heard of her until on the 4th of September, when some of people who knows me suggested I should go and attend the World Conference. I thought it was the usual fake thing, but so let me put it this way. You've heard Mama Diaspora, fairness, the rule of fairness suggests that one should apply that whenever I bring to my program those who dare to come out and give us information that I hope will illuminate and prevent misunderstanding. I thank you all for your contribution. Thank you very, very much for your contribution. You heard the truth. One, she never knew she would be given anything called Ambassador Miyetti Allah. She, like a typical American, or maybe typical Yoruba female, decided to go into offer menu. And the story is where we are at. So I want to, before I ask Mama Diaspora to basically share her final thoughts, let me say a very big thank you to her for agreeing to come and share the truth. Nobody in future can say there wasn't a program during which she spoke openly, questions put to her. Nobody can say that didn't happen. And it's happened just 5 days after she became ambassador for Miyetti Allah. As far as the future is concerned, I want to wish you all the best, Mama Diaspora, because he who dares must be able to bear the consequences. That is the message I have for you. You have volunteered to work with worldwide known organization of terrorists, murderers, kidnappers, 100 billion, whatever money given to them, and so on and so forth. Now, all of that happened, hopefully, before you became Mama Miyetti Allah, no, ambassador for Miyetti Allah. Well, I wish you the best of luck in achieving your desired goal, which is to make a difference. And on that note, let me thank all those who have joined me for today, all those who have contributed from the Zoom area, and in particular, those of you who, before this program came on air, so many issues passed on to me about this program. And I recall somebody actually saying, what has Temitope Ajayi got to say for anybody to go and listen to? What has she got to say? Mind you, that person, I have to say, didn't know her. And I also remember somebody else saying, is that a self-determination agenda? So we need to understand, we can have many problems stacked up to the roof, many problems. I'm not a warrior. I'm a solution-driven person. That is why my program is Allah Reno, Allah Touche, just in case I do a arena between couples too. you know, because I'm sick and tired of what goes on in families. Allah Reino, Allah Tushe, and also those who have been involved in each other's life and everything is scattered. Allah Tushe, because family is the beginning of good governance. If a family cannot find a solution to their problems, members of that family, they've got no business in trying to assist others to find a way forward. And so on that note, I want to hand over to Mama Tiala for her closing remarks. Over to you, Mama. Oh, by the way, let me, although I did thank him earlier on, let me also register to two people I shouldn't forget, although I've also thanked Alaji before. Thank you very much, Alaji, for likewise, Dr. Malafia, I know you had a commitment, but thank you very much for honoring this program with the opportunity to hear from an experienced individual. I wish you could be a success in what you do. Mama Diaspora, over to you now.
To round up everything, one of my favorite pastors, Pastor David, one of his sermons, he said criticism is a sign of admiration. Only those who are admired are criticized. He added that when one finds a purpose that is bigger than oneself, the Almighty God will help you. I believe the Almighty God will help you. I've been so fortunate to pursue this initiative and hope that is bigger than us. Its impact will live on forever. The legacy that my story of compassion, commitment, and empowerment is one that is only transformative, but it has resulted to a greater opportunity and marginalized opportunity. My mission is committed as an ambassador of Miyetti Allah Counter Orange. Is going to have a successful story by the special grace of the Almighty Allah. I'm grateful for this opportunity and privilege to serve this community. I know that the whole world is watching us right now. And with the support of the Almighty God that makes things possible, I put my life, the life of my children, the life of my family, the life of every one of us still alive. There's COVID, there's hurricane, there's climate changes. As even China is about to be drowned, we all need to sit down in our corner tonight. It's not only me, everybody that's here. We should go back and tell our Almighty Creator that made heaven and earth, what have we done? Please, God, forgive my country, Nigeria, from this cancerous problem that is eating us up. The Fulani people, they're not bad people. There's bad people in every society. But the solution, what I want the whole world is not to crucify me, but to appeal to President Buhari and all the leaders to listen to why the Fulani gave, the Miyetti gave this woman a bath within 4 hours. Something is divine. What did they see in this, what they call it, this blueprint? It's God. I'm telling everybody, I listen to everybody. I took the heat. You all love me. And I know everybody who want me dead. Who wants to kill me? What did I do wrong? Nobody gave me a dime. And I didn't give anybody a dime. I can hardly eat myself. People that knows me, I live a humble life. Because God told me If you want me to use you, you have to be humble. And it's all about you. I'm a woman. My children even said, Mommy, this is your calling. I just spent 30 million empowering the young adults, the EndSARS kids, 600 of them. Read it, it's in Google. That is the Mama Jaffa, what they call it, super food. God bless that thing and it came in stock. At least 600 Nigerian women and young adults. EndSARS. I want everybody to think what I'm going to say. Two things. Who are the EndSARS people that God used me? Il est pas colombé, on completed buildings. Those are kids, I'm all right. These are kids. When you see them on the way, you cross to the other side. All they did is love and attention. I gave them that love. I gave them the warmth. If God can use me to change Alaye's voice, EndSARS kids in Lekki, I live in Lekki. I'm not afraid. I know nobody's going to harm me. I'm a mother. God, as God said, after that word, he said, go and do this. So I said, oh Lord, God, I want to run away. He said, you have to do it. The steps of the righteous are ordered by God. I decided to live a righteous life. Google my name. I'm the only Nigerian that has 5 keys to 5 states in America. I'm not a woman on the street. Forget about everything. Even Google said I'm the number 3 most powerful woman in Nigeria. It's there in my history. But God gave me everything, and now he wants to use it. I'm begging everybody right now. Everybody knows me. I always say to God be the glory. Because I know everything I'm doing is on me. Don't worry. They're using me. My kids have said, Mama, next time, if they kidnap you, we will tell them to take you away. Because they always do risky things. I'm not for the Mulani, I'm for everybody. My family died too. Please, I'm begging the whole world. We are all one. I'm not into politics. You see, I never said anything about politics. I'm not into power. I don't have any authority. I'm just an African woman, a Nigerian Yoruba woman. Now, everybody should take a deep breath. Why a Nigerian woman crowned a mere Fulani woman? Why? Oh, you alone. Only God knows the meaning. Mama, this is my mother. When I saw my name is Erelu Tuashe, I looked at the DP, I saw peacock, a white horse with Mujara. I called her immediately, Mommy, Mama, Joma, Kidmoshe, Edo, Owa Mimo, Oh Mio, Elpabo, Robert Latmat, Oh Mio, cannot be me, who am I? Silvera. I'm Silvera in front of the whole Nigeria. Ẹ ṣàánú mi, ẹ gbà mí, ẹ ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Buhari ní kẹ́ gbàdúrà fún kó pè mí. Kó wo òwe tọ́lọ́wọ́ ọba àlàyé gbé fún mi kí kọ́ mi sọ́ọ̀bù kìíní. Let them say irọ́ ló pa. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn tó sọ kìíní yẹn? Criticism mi ìbínú. Ìyọ́nú ni mò ń wá. Ìyọ́nú ọlọ́wọ́ àtẹ̀yìn. Ìyọ́nú àgbà. Ìyọ́nú ọmọ. Ìyọ́nú ọkùnrin. Ìyọ́nú obìnrin. And ìyọ́nú àwọn abiyamọ òbí ọ̀hún. Àwa la bí àwọn ọmọdé yìí. They are not my biological children, but they call me Mama. I'm the mama of the 30 million Nigerians in the diaspora. Google it. Google it. How many things I've done in my life. Even the 2 presidents. President Bush gave me an award in America. Even the last president, Trump, I didn't even know they gave me an award. I'm still in Nigeria. Happy. Until somebody said, Mama, President Trump gave you an award before he left. Anytime you are in the US, come and take it. United Nations, Google my name with UN. I did a peace award. If I can do peace at the United Nations and my name, my program entered the UN journal, my name has been immortalized in the UN journal, DNA Nigeria, give me a break. I'm one of the CEOs in Silicon Valley. Once a month, I have breakfast meeting with Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. They are my partners. Give me a break. Am I selfish? I have to go back to where I belong. Go this thing. Forget about luxury. Forget about fun. Kò sí kọ́ta gbé wá sáyé kò sí kọ́ta gbé lọ sọ́run. Mo torí bí bọ́ kiri yìí, ayé ẹ gbà mí. Ayé ẹ yọ́nú sí mi, kò sí tí mo ṣe o. Mo kọjá àyè mi. Wọ́n rán mi látòdì ọ̀run. I want everybody right now to set their hands towards me and start praying. From today, ọmọ àgbà ni mí, ọmọ ayé ni mí. Mo bá ayé sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn mo júbà. Ẹ má bínú. Ẹ dákun. Ẹ fi yèdè nú. Àwọn òkú ọ̀run pàápàá. Mo mọ̀ pé nísìnyí they all rest in peace. Àtẹ́kọ́ pa anybody mọ́. Òdi ọ̀run láti máa tún ṣe. Rome was not built in a day. For history has Mama, I really, you don't know what you've done today, Mama. Àgbáyé, Ọlọ́run àti mo máa fún ṣe. Ó mi o, ó mi o, ó mi o. Ojúbà. Ẹ má bínú. Ẹ má bínú. Ṣé fẹ́ kí n kúnlẹ̀ ni? Màá kúnlẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú. Mo fẹ́ bá gbọ́, mo fẹ́ kọ́ bá tó ti sọ kọ́ bá bínú. Ìyọ́nú ni gbogbo afẹ́ǹsì. Ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run. Ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run. Ẹ tẹ̀ fún mi ní bóyá tí mi December. Àbí ẹ fún mi lọ́dún kan. Tí ìbá mọ̀ ṣe ẹ lè jòkó bá mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe kọ́tọ́ lọ́run rán mi. Ọ̀gá bàbá Buhari gbogbo ní kẹ́ bá ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ti ẹ̀ sọ pé, is this not Jesus Christ, the son of Joseph the carpenter? Kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa má jì bẹ́ẹ̀. American government is ready to help us. Blueprint schools of my learning United Silicon Valley is ready. 3 months program, what is what? The whole world doesn't like Nigeria to crumble. Nigerians, we have to come together. Because of not of ourselves, but our generation yet on board. Me, somebody more. I'm a senior citizen. Sorry, I was shaking. My generation now, I'm a generation yet on board. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows me. I love young adults. I became a single parent at the age of 33. Mo dá tó ọmọ mi ni. Àbí ọmọ ni mí. Ọlọ́dẹ ní kí lọ tọ́ ọmọ, ó ní kí lọ tọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà. And let me explain something to you. This program is not only for the Miyetti. It's for the Igbo. They are my people. My mother is from Olu. Ogunwa Igbo. Hey! My father is a Yoruba man. Shut up, I declare my identity to the whole world. Now, is it the Igbo people that will kill me? Matana. Is it the Yoruba people that will crucify me? Eje. Now, the Nasa people, the Fulani has adopted me. Come on, love me. Even if I'm pretty, let me use my pretty to tell you guys I love you. God bless.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you very, very much indeed. I have one final question for you put together. So many. Now, the first thing, I think you've answered it. The first question is, can you confirm that Yoruba? That is one. The other one is saying, Mama Diaspora, you are US-based Nigerian. Do you consider yourself a traitor? So the first one, first of all, share Yoruba ni bẹ́ẹ̀ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, are you a Yoruba?
I'm a Nigerian. Ṣé mo ti sọ DNA ní báyìí? Ṣé ní traitor yẹn, Olúwa ní judge not, for you shall not be judged.
Mama Diaspora, let me interrupt. Mama Diaspora, let me interrupt. I think you seem to be saying that your mother is from Olu.
Yeah, I'm an Igbo woman.
Right. And your father is the Yoruba.
Yes.
Okay, right, okay. And you...
If you don't help me, I want Hausa, Fulani. Shut up, ọmọ ayé ni.
Ayé àgbà yìí láyé.
Everybody by DNA now. So is it the Igbo that will crucify me, or the Yoruba, or the house, the Fulani people that have not accepted me? That is why in my dictionary, I don't talk tribe. I don't see tribe. I don't see religion. I don't see race. And you don't talk about sex in front of me because I am a woman. And being a woman doesn't mean I'm a nobody. People, they call me a bulldog at the United Nations. You understand? Mama Japan, DNA, everything is in my system. Shebo that you expect for Lukaku, Shaye that you don't see me by you. Ọmọdé yọnu sí mi, àgbà yọnu sí mi, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin yọnu sí mi, abiyamọ òde ọ̀run yọnu sí mi, àwọn ìyá mi yọnu sí mi. Olúwa ti dá ọ̀run òtò ọ̀run ayé tó rán mi, àwọn màlẹ́kà tó tẹ̀lé mi kiri, yọnu sí mi. Ẹ má jẹ́ n jábọ́, abiyamọ òde ọ̀run, ẹ gbé ọ̀jà yín, ẹ so tèmi tọ́pẹ́ lẹ́mú, ẹ gbọ́kàn tó sọ̀rọ̀ mi ni, èmi tọ́pẹ́. Wọ́n tún wá fún mi náà nìyà, ìsìnkọ́ mo ti já mi náà nìyà, ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti já mi nà.
Thank you. So, mo kí gbogbo wa ń lé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń jẹ́ Yorùbá, mo kí yín, mo rò pé gbogbo ilẹ̀ ti bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà. Well, we come to the end of another episode of a program called Agba Kò Ní Tán Nílẹ̀ Oòduà. It's a prayer. May elders never please. Ẹ dákun, torí you don't just watch into my program, please. Right. I'm sorry, the program is coming to an end.
Lè gbé 419 wá sí orí agbo 419 ní níbo ni tèmi tọ́pẹ́ ti jẹ́ níbo ló ti tàn sílẹ̀ ìbò ọmọ organist.
Mama, here we are. Emma down, sorry. Please go ahead.
Mama, mo dúpẹ́ pé wà bẹ́ẹ̀ pàtó fowó sínú plate. I love you and God bless.
I thank you very much.
Mama, I love you.
Thank you. Ashe. I think, thank you. I think what we need to do, over the years, Alache, Jemima, I think these are two people who, and also Frank Bello, these are people that I have known over 30 years now. These are people I've known. And in those days, we were at the forefront of making things happen for each other. One thing that we must get away from, all peoples of Nigeria, please, I just want to mute whoever it is that is, I can't. Can you please mute yourself, please? Now, just hold on a second. There's somebody I need to mute because the person is coming in time and time again. So let me say that over 30 years ago, Frank Bello, Alache, Jemima, I'm still able to call on them and they are still able to join me. Now, relationship is very important. Relationship is very important. We can shout from now till November and shout for 10 years and continue to insult each other. Doesn't bring any solution. It does not. I remember when I first stood for election and somebody who I went to canvass to, who thought a Black person should not be a conservative, poured water on me. I'm still in touch with the person because I did 16 years of it. And I wasn't just at the bottom. I made my point and I continue to make my point. Life is for the living. It's not for the dead. Live your life well. And as they teach us, we the Yoruba, we are meant to be the children of the Lord of character. Please take note, it didn't say of good character. 4, the 5 verses highlight. There is nothing that you consider to be evil, which has no the possibility of it becoming good. The God of my ancestor is one that turns what is not good to good. For everything sent to you, be it bad, be it good, messengers, those messages will be delivered. And I think I can remember many instances when I've been a loggerhead with someone, and in the end, we've actually become friends. Now, there is no reason why antagonism is the way forward to solution. It's not. Abuse, insult, and all this nonsense. It's not the way forward. Let me also say that my grandmother once told me always to remember that when I came to this world, I only came with the placenta, ibiomo, and I had to make sure I get out fast before the placenta. It was the race, because if the placenta got out before me, chances are that I would not have survived. So every child born must get out first before the placenta. If it happens the other way around, that means the placenta quits. May all sources of our existence never depart from us before we can fulfill the purpose for which we have come to this world. On that note, once again, to all my guests of today, I thank them very much. Alachioje, thank you. Presiding special guests of honor, Dr. Malafia, I thank you very much indeed for joining me for this program. And of course, it is appropriate to say to Mama Diaspora, that is HRH Queen Mother Amina Temitokwe Ajayi, well done for taking a risk. Well done for taking a risk. I pray that you shall become the story of change, lasting change. I pray that the blueprint you have got, I pray that others will be able to find it in their heart to see you as unconnected to a lot of havoc. But let me say, on behalf of those lives that still live in the rural areas of Igbo land, or Kaduna, or all these rural, in Yoruba land, Gaga, and all of that, please, if there's anything that can be done for fire to cease, for kidnapping to stop, all the video clips we have seen, I mean, I can't even think about them. Young children killed. There was a video clip I saw, it looks as if it was chemical that was applied. The whole lot of them died. I would like to appeal to you that you consider it a priority. Do all you can. We just want to see, let's cease fire. Everybody wants to go their different ways. Dialogue is what we need. People want to go. They don't want to talk about let's stay together. But when they sit down and start talking about we're going apart, maybe they'll begin to look at how to peacefully free themselves. On that note, again, it is Saturday, the 11th of September, the year 2021, a day that on the program, Agba Oniton Nile Oodua, it's been quite a cherished privilege to have all my guests both watching live on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, and those of you who have kindly joined me in the Zoom area, I want to say blessings today to all of you, now and forever. I wish every one of us success in all our undertakings to make a difference to the life of others. On that note, I want to say, once again, before too long, look out for another program of Agbakuni Turning the Odua. I say to every one of us, good afternoon, good evening, and you'll see I'll say good morning last. See you in the near future. Bye-bye. I am Irelu Tunwashe. Goodbye.